Hey guys, Tales of Tarim here. We're back with the Ceilia Isles. I'm here today with Almond Chocolate Sugar,
Yeet.
Gesh slash Anusi slash Jazargo,
Hello.
me, hello, Naral,
Good evening.
and Zeus.
Weeb waboo.
Shadow, we should be joining us in a little bit. I don't know anything about Vincietto Linguini, but yeah. That's the cast today. Um, I did that, not solo session, that side session with Zeus and Shadowy. And yeah, we're back today. So, what happened last session? Oh boy. The party, dealt with the occurring ritual completing, climbed out of the flesh pit, and made it back to town. Naral, what did Naral do again last session?
I did two things. One of them, I made this big ass explosion that killed a crap ton of zombies. And the other thing was, I forced an entire village.
But not to that point yet. Not to that point yet.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Naral helped with the escape of the party. Eventually, the party got back, and as some of them tried to go to sleep as they got back earlier, which were Arya and Naral, Ura decided to burn his house down. In doing so, angered a Dryad who attacked the party. The party barely managed to succeed in convincing the Dryad to stop. And Naral and Ura were brought into this strange form of a tree world, where they created a new pact after learning the pact with the Shell Empire of the Druid, which was made by the previous oligarchy. They made a new pact with the Druid for the town, and strong-armed their way into being leaders of the town. In which they failed in convincing Reginald to give them control of the town, and Reginald almost attacked the party, which, out of character, would have been deadly for you guys because he had already been heavily injured from the Dryad fight.
I was at 1 HP.
Most of the party was.
I was
I
at
was
HP.
perfectly healthy, I think.
Yeah, I was
you gotta
completely
realize
healthy
there
as
was
well.
like 12 town members who were ready to fuck yo shit up.
Yeah.
Mind you, they had pickaxes and fucking hatchets, but
The 12 attacks versus
How much
our
damage
like
do those
5.
deal?
yeah. And mind you, Gesh and Shadowy were still unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, and those deal like 1d4 damage.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
It's like
deal
kobolds. You don't let them
1d8
Mind
per
you,
punch.
there were a few elven hunters who had actual bows who were pointing them at you too.
Cool.
But yeah. After Liliana convinced Reginald not to die here, he decided to leave, and the rest of the group went to sleep as Shadowy and Zeus decided to have a little session of their own after Ura had the Book of Dread frozen over to stop it from burning him to death. They spoke with the Dryad, who mentioned a strange undead creature in the southern forest, and Ura, believing it to be his surrogate daughter, maybe, decided to head over there. However, the Dryad mentioned they should probably get a long rest and created some powder to help them get a shorter long rest. As they woke up, Ura found his items, talked to the Dryad, gained some drip, and yeah. The two of them decided to take on the fortress that Ura had once taken on by himself and nearly died. After some bullshit happened, and discovering the fortress had ties to a shadow demon, they managed to outlast the demons until daylight, which caused a siege by the two of them. As they entered into the sub-basement of this large tower, they found the, how should I call him, Shaded Knights, ready to go one-on-one in a coliseum with the party. The two of them just barely managed to survive the encounter. And with that, the two of them, having conquered the tower, made their way back to Shardward as the coming daylight gave way to the rest of the party, finishing their preparations and coming out to the town to find their two allies to head towards the northern fields where the Ceilian boar had been making trouble for the trade routes recently. It's at this point that I'm going to start some music and we're going to get to some nice setting making for you guys. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
So,
Time to Yeetus defeat
did I
us the
go over
boar.
everything, or was there anything that I missed?
I think that's it.
Okay.
As far as I know.
3, 2, 1. Who here has the bot muted, by the way?
Not me.
Not me anymore.
So, as the sun rises over the distant land of Ceilia, a Celian Isle, previous home to the Shale Empire, a blissful wind blows over the forest to the west and south of Shardward. As we sit above the clouds, the wind creating strange patterns in this ever-present plain of misty bodies. The oranges and yellows parting the purples and blues of night, the stars disappearing, but the aurora borealis still in a little bit of a pattern, stays just barely visible in the sky. As the distant mountain peaks tip through the cloud cover. Today is a sunny day, it seems. We could see some cumulonimbus clouds forming in the distance on the ocean. The destination, most likely the isle. We see within them spider webbing, lightning, an ominous view. However, as our vision descends the cloud cover, we see below us the town village of Shardward, with a large tree starting to grow and spiral up towards the clouds as we begin to spiral around it. We see small lanterns being lit in the city, or I keep calling it a city, village, as we see dwarves and elves beginning to make way to go about their business, and in the distance we see the traveling troop, left not long ago, of Reginald's men leaving the city. I keep calling it city, I'm sorry. But the village of Shardward. As we see other individuals beginning to rush into town and start to speak about strange happenings in the forest or other things. We see a crier who has made their way from some other town in the distance. We find ourselves towards the western point of the town, in the cul-de-sac, the newer buildings that have been raised up. As the statue is nearly finished after a few days' work, we find ourselves to the rightmost house. A small hovel. One single window in the front at the very top. An old Mid-Eastern European Germanic kind of house design. As we see the door open and a dwarven individual walk out, starting to stretch, he goes, "Brother, I'll be back." As we hear Jarok from inside screams out, he goes, "Alright, brother, I'll see you later today for some roasted potatoes. You got it, brother." And he walks away. Jarok's brother, who you haven't gotten the name of, actually. As he walks away to go do his business, one of the loggers of the city. as well as his brother. Actually, no, this one would technically be one of the miners. The other one is the logger. Jarok is a miner. As he begins to walk out, we peer through the door as it closes, closed behind us. As we see, sleeping upon the wicker couch in the distance, two individuals, a dark elf and a draconic Celian harp, who seem to be just wrapped up themselves, leaning on each other, sleeping. We hear the sounds of someone upstairs, the floorboards from above creaking as somebody seems to be moving around, collecting items, as Jarok seems to be going around towards his stone oven and starting to get the fires burning. The morning air, stagnant in this building, aside from the heat of the oven, as well as the smell of baking bread, hits your nose as you both awake, Ari and Moral. Meanwhile, in the upper floors, Gesh.
Yes.
You have been awake for about an hour as well, gathering your items, making sure everything's ready. The three of you have awoken on this early morning day. What are you doing?
I will go downstairs.
As you head downstairs, the smell of baking bread and simmering stewed meat hits your nose as you hear the creaking of metal chains holding a bowl. As you hear the flickering of fire cooking. The heat downstairs is the original source of why it was getting hot upstairs. As you begin to creak down the stairs, you see Arya and Neural starting to rouse from their slumber.
Morning.
Good morning.
Neural turns over, shakes her. The sun is up. We have work to do. I suggest we not lay in bed all day. Or couch.
Fine
Yes,
with me.
that is preferable.
Let's find our resident idiot for now, before he does anything stupid again.
Right.
Before that, you should probably have some stew and some bread. You all look a little starving. As he says that, you all hear your stomachs a little bit.
A fine suggestion.
Not to the point of starving, because you, most of you did have trail mix or food the day before, but it's nearing 24 hours since then.
That thanks for the kind offer.
Mind you, I don't do vegetarian meals. Let's talk to an elf about that.
Do I look like an iguana to you?
Yes.
Well, in any case, thank you for
Fuck you.
I need to turn down the music, but I can hardly hear you guys.
We can't even hear you, man. Like, you're cutting out heavily.
Yeah.
I can hear him just fine.
So often I can hear him, yes. But anytime he, like, talks
Yeah,
fast,
so-
he goes...
Yeah, normally whenever you, because you guys can hear me fine now, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's when
Yeah.
you talk slow sometimes that you cut out.
No, the times is I have to turn away the microphone from my face, because on phone, so that
Wow, you're
complicates.
using Discord mobile?
So
Yes,
am I.
Not everyone here has $50,000 to spend on a brand new
Hey,
PC.
hey, 600.
Hey, my
And it's
PC
over
is...
6 years old, okay?
Bro, my PC is barely 600 and it's like over 3. No, like more like 6 years old or 7.
Yeah, same here. I have a cyberpower PC.
I have a computer I need to set up, but it's so old that it doesn't even have wireless internet.
Anyways,
I have a laptop.
so,
Lame.
as you three sit down for breakfast, Jarok comes over and puts some wooden bowls down on the table as he pours some meat stew into some bowls for you all, and hands you parts of the loaf. Each of you is handed a loaf of bread, or at least a third of the loaf of bread. He split your loaf in half. It seems to be steaming and it smells almost of cinnamon. As he places it down, he goes, I do some fruits and vegetables if you would like, but I do not do them solely. I do have a few bapples, or sorry, no. Yes, no, they are called papples. I have a few papples for storage, as well as a few heads of lettuce. Mind you, as you look at Jarok, he does have those wounds recovering still, the bruises from when he kind of got assaulted to, kidnap Neral. He has like a bandage put over one of them.
No, this is fine.
Hey, well, I'm going to be heading to my job to cut down some trees today. I heard you were looking to build a house on that plot of land once you get back from the boar's journey. So if there's anything you need from me, let me know so I can save a little bit of wood for you.
Of course, my friend.
Of course, you will need to pay for the wood still, but I can put aside some logs for you.
Speaking of the boar, once we're all done eating, we should find the rest of our and set off.
The rest of your what?
Have our party.
Party. Idiots. It's all really the same word.
Yeah, especially our resident idiot who shouldn't be left alone for too long.
Let me roll an intelligence check. Neral, Lord Neral, should we be careful about what trees we cut down in the forest now that the Dryad is back?
I believe the Dryad is fine with you chopping down some trees. However, do not chop them down in excess. Otherwise, I believe she will get mad.
Out of character, you do remember her saying, at the moment, cut down whatever you need, but she is going to start... Part of the deal was that she labels parts of the forest for use, yes.
Yeah, you should ask her if certain parts are like taboo to cut down.
Alright, I'll send one of the apprentices to start making notes with her. Thank you. I was just making sure because I didn't want to anger her immediately. Anyways, I don't know if this is something under your purview because you're going to kill a boar, but when you get back, after some rest, of course, if you wouldn't mind going check the mines, it seems some of the people have not returned yet, and it's been a few days.
Of course, my...
About 36 hours since they have not yet returned, and usually they return by nightfall.
Anything that might aid our fair town here.
Thank you. A few members of the town are afraid maybe there are some collapses due to the earthquakes that happened the day prior.
Certainly.
Shit, I almost dropped my fucking soda all over my computer.
Don't worry.
I already spilt chocolate milk mix in there, so like, there's a bunch of Nesquik on a bunch of my important processors.
Oh, I thought you meant in your soda. I was like, how did that even happen?
Bro, that would taste awful.
I'd still drink it, but ugh.
I think we all have one of those friends that always does these crazy food combinations.
Anyways, so
I'm
you guys
going
eat your
horse.
food that he's provided for you as he's talking to you?
Yes.
Of
Alright,
course.
so it is a nice meat stew. It's a broth that's been cooked for about an hour or so. You would think. It's nice and squishy, but not squishy enough not to be firm. The taste is, I would say, you already immediately recognize it. It is Ceilia dough, which is a beer. It's a nice, sinewy, gamey, but nice and firm meat. You also taste some of the, you taste some nice shards of something in it, which fall apart by your teeth easily. When you do use the deer or doe of Ceilia, their antlers are crushed down and put into broths as well to give you some calcium in your meal.
Yes, much like how bones are typically boiled to create the broth and melt the calcium out of them.
Yeah, but they're left in there for a little bit of chew as well.
Yep.
It
It's
also
boring
gives
food.
It gives
That is actually how deer antlers are typically used.
Yeah, it is given. It does bolster what feels like your constitution, not to a point where you get another point or anything, but it does make you feel a bit healthier eating it this way instead of just eating trail mix or berries that you find. The bread is a nice cinnamon baked bread. It tastes of cinnamon, and as you eat it, it does give you that pep in your step for the day. And the papples you eat are these strange bananas. And as you start to eat into it, there is the taste of apple and banana mixed together coming out of it. Instead of like the normal banana peel, as it gets towards the top, it starts to turn into the apple-like flesh with the stem at the top. By the way, just so you're aware, that's what a papple is here. So, it still peels like a banana. As you eat your breakfast, you all are fine for the next 24 hours.
Yay!
Should probably make sure to actually have regular meals like every 8-ish hours or so.
I
Yeah.
would say
Because
up
that
to
will
12 is
help.
fine.
My character.
12 is the limit for healthy
Yeah,
biology.
my character needs cook's utensils because these are
Chefs.
useful.
I'll say everyone
I'm
who
not-
has eaten this meal, go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Not again!
Okay.
The cinnamon was actually poison cyanide.
It was actually another sandwich.
Fuck. Shattering, you get-
7. Oh, con. I have +5, 19.
Did my oh come on!
What would you roll?
The first roll of the day. Come on!
What'd you roll?
Oh god, that one.
Okay.
Gesh, alright, last session, Gesh, didn't you roll like 35 natural 20s?
Narelle,
You
what'd
did-
roll?
Yeah, but that's why I rolled a nat 1 for 4.
Narelle, what'd you roll?
I got a 15.
Okay, so Narelle, you feel the food was fine. It was good. It's not as much as like your noble food that you used to eat with the kingdom, but you're fine. Gesh, it doesn't sit well in your stomach. You're not used to this much food, especially when you were in your seclusion, and that ended very recently. So you're not used to this much food, and it almost makes you want to barf it out, but you keep it down. Ruby, as you eat
Yep.
the food, you feel revitalized in your constitution. You do gain an extra 5 temporary HP for the day.
Ooh. Nice.
DC for that was 17, just so you're aware.
Nice. Plus, I also assume since I do typically hunt and cook for myself, that it would also be a bit better.
Well, who knows? But the food that is provided to you is much more hearty than your nuts or berries that you've been eating the last few days, or your moldy bread. So you get the feeling your body is thankful. Anyways, I'll say this. You're good for more than 24... Like, you're healthily fed for the next 48 hours. So you won't start starving for probably 2-3 days with this food. But you should probably get something in your stomach every 24 hours, or there will be detriments. Anyways.
I think it might be a good idea if we get cooking utensils for ourselves for the journey to kill the boar.
Yeah, I don't think I trust someone named Dr. Malpractice with cooking tools any more than I do a doctor's kit.
Hey! You didn't know that my name is Dr. Malpractice.
Well, I have spent a few weeks hunting on my own before, so I know my way around makeshift cooking
I
methods.
know nothing about cooking. I always had the servants make it for me.
Yeah, and I literally lived like half my life in seclusion, so I think I know something about cooking.
Just like you know something about medicine.
Okay, to be fair, it is like more than 10 years of time till I last saw someone else. And my seclusion just ended like
I
not
will
even a
mention, you
week
are
ago.
a cold-blooded lizard-based creature, and everyone else here is
Yeah.
a warm-blooded creature.
And in addition to that, I am a cold-blooded creature. You all are warm-blooded. I need to adjust to that.
I will say this,
Wait,
there are differences between your body and the rest of the people here. Actually, except for Neural.
Is Neural?
Except for Neural.
Yeah,
I will say this,
What if
Draconic
I'm part
Harpies can
lizard,
either be...
technically.
Draconic Harpies can be cold-blooded or warm-blooded. It really depends on luck of the draw, really.
Luck of the draw.
But I'll let you choose.
Yeah.
We'll say he's warm-blooded.
Yeah, you are the closest person to me in terms of biology. And you're still warm-blooded.
Friend, I don't think I'm close to anything in terms of biology.
I don't think
You
we're
have-
doing anything.
You have a bit of draconic shit in you. I have draconic shit in me.
I personally put shit in myself.
I
Anyway,
forgot
what
the
is-
word.
Jarok hearing this goes, we have an outhouse outside.
That I just forgot the words right now. I think it's jeans.
I have some jeans upstairs if you need to wear them, but you look like you're fully clothed already.
Means is biology.
This is a
He
medieval setting, and he is a commoner.
What are the genes you talk about? Sorry,
Blood.
you have to be referring to
Draconic blood.
Yeah, we both have draconic blood,
I will
kinda.
say your character would have said blood, not jeans.
Yeah, he would have said blood, but my brain right now is
There-
just a little bit
The
stupid.
more schooled people here would know about genes. It's a study, depending on what reality you're from. This island, no. So just so you're
Yeah.
aware.
Yeah, he would have said blood.
Ura does not know about genes, but he's heard the phrase before. He's like, "The fuck do you mean by my genes? Like I don't wear jeans to an extent."
I don't wear pants.
Because
Genome.
Ura's from Taram or from a different world, Zeus.
Tram.
Okay, so yeah, you would have heard it because gene study has been a thing in Taram. At
as-
the higher intelligence level, mind you.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, my character would have said blood because my brain really was just had a very big bilingual moment.
Yeah, no problem.
It was like,
So at this point, are we done with breakfast?
Yeah, you've been done. You've just been talking.
Okay. Let us cease these pointless arguments. We have a task at hand, and that is to go hunting.
but
Yeah.
first find our party.
And get me a new sword.
And getting some cooking utensils.
Oh my god.
Swear to God. We don't
Hey,
need the cooking utensils.
I can make
What do you expect
perfectly.
we're gonna have? A picnic?
I can make perfect use of a rock and some sticks to cook if we need to.
That's what the
Exactly.
utensils are
would
gonna
at
be.
least it would at least help us to make actually good food.
You see,
It doesn't
this
matter
is
if the
why
food is
Ura gets
good.
all the good shit, guys. He doesn't
Let's
sit there
just
twiddling his thumbs all the time.
let. Is
Anyway.
there?
Let's get going as I just haul both of you up and
Yeah, no, at
Right
this point when when whatever Gesh's character's name is, brings back up the cooking utensils, he just throws his hands up in frustration and starts walking out the door.
As you do so, I will say this. You guys do see a text appear above Gesh's head. What languages do you guys speak?
You could know.
hold on, let me check.
It's like one of those
Common.
video game level up texts above your head.
Common
I
draconic
speak-
Dwarvish.
I
Common
speak
and Elvish.
Orin, Common, Draconic, Celestial, and Sylvan.
Alright, you
This
recognize
is-
it immediately, Neural. It is Celestial. It says, title gained Dr. Malpractice.
This is actually the first of my characters that knows less than 4 languages. 3 languages.
Fucking, we have the Duolingo squad over here, guys.
Wait, Ura. Ura's a standout then. Hold on a minute.
Yeah,
How do you know?
knows one language and can hear other languages.
Yep.
I
I
So I just have a question.
It
What-
has an 8 intelligence? What is it again?
It has become 11.
But he did not start with that. What was his starting intelligence?
His starting intelligence was 9.
How
He-
many does...
He's more
How many
intelligent than a
languages?
child.
I will say he did he grew up to like a certain age point and then he lost his parents. So
Okay. Anyways, so
Neural is gonna head over to the blacksmith.
what do you fucking
Starting
just say?
intelligence.
You went,
All I heard was Gluteus Maximus.
you know, all I heard was
Blacksmith!
what about him?
Blacksmith.
Just
Okay.
Why
let
do
him
you
do
care
it.
if the smith is black?
Because
see, this is what Ura gets more stuff done. He's not racist.
Anyways, just
God,
shut
racist.
up and follow me.
Anyway, yeah, I'm going over to the blacksmith to fix up my rapier.
All right.
Or get a new one.
As I said, he can't fix your shattered rapier.
That's why I recounted that statement. Get a new one.
Yeah. Seems he doesn't have any in stock at the moment. I just rolled for it, got a natural 1, so it's kind of bad for you. But he does have some other weapons that he's procured, not many, because he sold a few already to some strange adventurer who came through in a cloak, tan one, who said they'd kill the boar as well. He does have about 3 daggers, a shield, a short bow. Well, no, he doesn't do the bow, so 3 daggers, a shield, and a short sword.
My character would
How much for the shield?
find a quarterstaff.
He doesn't have a quarterstaff. I just told you his whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I said
3
my
daggers,
character
a
would
shield, and a
search.
short.
I said my character would search somewhere else for a quarterstaff.
I think you just make one of those.
Yeah. Quarterstaff is just a stick. Anyway, as Neural enters, he sees the short sword and says,
It's not.
hold
It's not. This is after you've talked to him about
Oh.
his stuff. Yeah. So he would
Yeah.
have mentioned his items.
Okay.
Yes, I've got a. Sorry. Give me a second. A land of freedom, my friends. I only have 3 daggers, a shield, and a short sword left in stock. I do have some other items that I am helping fix for other towns, but those are items they've given to me to fix in return. I can give you a. This is a spell. Why am I looking at a spell? No, I'm supposed to be looking at the item shield. Let's just see how much does the shield cost us. Come on, let me fucking see. I don't want the spell. Jesus Christ.
A shield costs.
Yeah, this will be 10 gold pieces for the shield, my friend. I can't do the. I don't know why I can't do the fucking Scottish accent right now. This is going to be 10 gold pieces.
how much is it for that short sword?
I'm talking to Ruby right now. 10
Fuck
gold
you.
pieces.
Hmm.
Are you going to buy it? No, because I have other customers here.
How much would a combo of the shield and that short sword be?
You both wish for the short sword, correct?
Yes.
I only have 1 short sword in stock, so we can do a bidding war to see who's willing to pay more for it.
My friend here, he gestures Arya, is perfectly proficient with her fist. And he turns to Arya. Unless you were intending on
We can't hear you.
You're just going underwater.
Unless, so Neural turns to Arya. Unless you were intending to purchase that short sword for me,
Still underwater.
Just type it in the chat.
Jesus Christ himself.
This is why we don't use mobile.
All I heard was Jesus Christ.
Of course, that fucking carries.
So what is going on? Are you buying the short sword or?
Never mind.
All right. Well, just get my balls in a tangle then.
Is my audio still shot?
Oh yeah, it's shitty as fuck right now.
Yeah, still shit.
Personally,
Ah, damn, Christ on a stick.
All right. So are you buying anything, everybody, or no? I have smithing to do.
If you want to spend money, others will.
I literally only have 1 gold, so I literally can't buy anything.
Sounds like a major you problem.
I have 17 gold and 17 silver.
All right. Naral buys a short sword for 10 gold. Because apparently he's gonna leave here in a second since his audio sucks. Anything else you guys want to buy while you're here?
No. I've already got a dagger, but even
Well, the
then.
vendor comes in, says, "How much is this?" No, I'm just window shopping.
I see the price and I'm like, fuck.
Naral, what were you saying?
I don't suppose my audio would have just gotten any better substantially, would it?
A little bit. You're
Not
as,
substantially, but you're a bit.
Like, you're a bit better. It's just like sometimes you'll go, and I was.
And I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really fix that.
Also, I was trying to get it as a combo for a lesser price so that we wouldn't have to pay
They're both 10 gold each.
Damn it.
I don't think he's not in the position to be offering
not
deals.
Allow you to buy both, which are 10 gold each, for 7 gold.
I wasn't going for 7. I was gonna go for like 17 or 8.
Well, Naral buys
Yes,
the short sword
2 or
himself.
3.
As you show no interest in it anymore.
Never go for the thing.
Well, if there's nothing else. Sorry. Roughly, if there's nothing else you're going to buy, I would recommend please leaving. I need to continue to forge, unless you have any iron or anything for me to use.
No, unfortunately not.
Alright, well, I need to fix some stuff. And he starts to ignore you as he goes back, just crafting. So, as you leave the blacksmith store, Naral stays behind, goes, I'm going to attempt to get my rapier fixed, maybe add some metal to it. I'll see what the smith can do. I'm going to apprentice with him for a second here to see what I can do here, basically, help him with some work. I'll fly to, I can get to you guys much quicker, I can fly. So, I'll see what I can do in the next few hours. You guys could just run back here if you need my help, if I'm not there. So you'll be fine. And he starts to go back into the blacksmith shop as he starts to... You hear from behind the door...
Anyways, I am going to search for Ura.
Alright, so, as you begin to look around for Ura, Gash, are you doing anything? Gash?
Gash,
Sorry.
hello?
Yeah, hello.
What are you doing?
I will also search for Ura, but while I do that, I will also try looking for something like a quarterstaff.
Alright. There are things that are similar to quarterstaffs around. There's like bows and other quarterstaffs that you could possibly buy from people for like... Let me just see. Because the quarterstaffs can be made out of wood, I believe.
Yeah, they are mainly made out of wood, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some are
Unless
made
they're cool and have a metal one.
A normal quarterstaff is like true silver.
Yeah. You can buy like a stick easily from some people around here for 2 silver that functions as a quarterstaff.
I will do that.
It's a nicely carved quarterstaff that looks like a totem that comes out to a bird-like face and 2 bird-like wings at the back. It's supposed to be symbolic of the harpy. That's supposed to be kind of like a guardian of the town.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna buy that one.
Alright, 2 silver. You come to this old, like, elven lady, and she goes, yes, I can... Actually, elves don't get old in my world, never mind. You come to this, like, old, we'll say there's a human in town, one of them, and you come over to her house. Yes, I can sell you this here quarterstaff. This walking stick, 2 silver, thank you. And she hands it to you. I'm gonna go back inside and get on to my crocheting. And she starts to walk in. You hear her, like, back pop, and she goes, the arthritis! Which doesn't make any sense, because arthritis is in the hands. But, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
The scoliosis.
The scoliosis, you damn gnomes!
Scoliosis isn't a disease; it's a person.
It's what happens when a gnome bites you.
Oh.
The scoliosis is... I'm not gonna say the scientific definition.
Now I gotta
You
make a
use minus
scoliosis
Wrigley.
gnome subtype. Fuck.
So unintentional
scoliosis.
creation.
You know goblins originally were made by fungus, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought that were orcs. Oh no, sorry,
No,
different
that's
orcs.
that's from Warhammer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Goblins are Warhammer orcs.
Yes, but anyways,
What?
because there's an actual thing called line goblins. Did you know that?
Oh god.
Yes.
Damn, you guys knew the joke. Fuck.
Mhm.
Anyways,
I didn't.
well, you're supposed to ask what's a mind goblin, and I'm supposed to say mind goblin these nuts. But
Nah.
anyways, you guys, as you start to reconvene back with Ruby, if you'd like to make a perception check.
Alright. My
Ruby is making it
perception
because actually no, both of you can make a perception check if you want.
is +2 for
Oh yeah, Goblin, did you hear of the
16.
dragon?
I did hear the dragon dragging these balls across your face.
Hey, it's...
1, 2, 3,
God
4.
damn, the dice gods are not in my favor.
You're distracted
Yes.
with the balls in your face.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Honestly, I don't think you're sucking D's enough.
Second D's nuts?
Damn it! Fuck! Anyways.
As if I would have fallen for that maybe a year ago I would have, but not now.
Anyways, so, would you both roll for perception?
16.
Okay. It takes a while, and you see the harpy comes back from hunting and lands on the top of the guard tower, looking around, picking out a few items she's found. You see the town people are going about their business, but you do see, eventually, coming into town, this strange man dressed in garbs from, Ceilian garbs, these beautiful, flowing silks, but from a different town, it seems, as he holds out a piece of paper, and he goes, Obsidian Town, an attack has happened, an earthquake leaves shattered the, obsidian spire within the center of town. We call for aid from any who... Never mind! And he starts to walk out of Shardward.
What? Okay.
You get the feeling they sent this man to different towns. He sent this man to different towns, a crier, and he saw how shoddy this town is and decided to just fucking leave.
Pretty funny.
The
Awesome
dwarves
face.
look over to him that are like sawing wood and just like do a little like get the fuck out of here move with their fucking hands. He nods at them and goes, I am. You've heard mention of Obsidian Town multiple times, all of you. Obsidian Town seems to be this larger town or city within the Ceilian Empire's borders that has been remade over the years. Specifically you. Actually, I would say Norel, but he's not here. Specifically, at this point, Ura and Shattering would be coming out of the, coming back to town, and they would have heard the tail end of this. Shadowy, you have heard talk of Obsidian Town by your master quite a bit. If you'd like to make a history check for me to remember, because you've been here about a month or so.
Alright. Yeah, that would be it. Okay. Alright, so 12.
Obsidian Town, from what your master mentioned, is a dwarven fortress from the Ceilia. It used to be against the Celian Empire specifically, but it eventually joined the Celian Empire around the end of its reign on the island. It's this large underground mine. It used to be volcanic activity quite a while ago, like before the fucking Shale Empire ever existed, mind you. But it mines obsidian and other rare materials, and used to be home to a wizard. Recently, Obsidian Town, that wasn't its original name, but it is now. It's a large town that has been undergoing a reconstruction process since the destruction of the Shale Empire, and is home to many people of the island. It is a large, not a city to be precise. It has a few hundred, maybe 2,000 at most people, which isn't the size of a city in my worlds, but it is getting towards city size because many people have heard of it and are using it as a point of interest. It is to the east of the mountain sides of the center of the island. Past a small town called, I can't remember. Gesh, what was the hometown that I told you about? What was that called?
Let me look.
Yeah, I know we talked about it. I can't remember the name of it, to be precise.
I can't remember it as well. Stone Toss.
Yes, it's about 3 days' journey eastward of Stone Toss, which you have heard nothing about in the recent months. Anyways, you remember all of this immediately as you and Ura appear out of the tree trunk of the large tree as the druid steps out and looks at you both and goes, "Well," she's speaking in Elvish, mind you, Ura, and I believe Shadow, you speak Elvish too?
Yes.
You both understand. She goes, "Well, I have some business to talk to the loggers of town and the mayor of town, the singular one. I should probably create a second mayor here, simply because that's how the dynamics seem to work. But I'll talk to her about that. Anyways, you seem to be busy. Go upon your day. I think you have a boar to kill. Before you go though," and she pulls out 10 berries and hands them to you, "you might want to top off on a few bits of healing. You look like shit.
Oh.
I don't mean to be rude, but
Who's been given these berries?
both of you. You've been given 5 each.
I eat all.
Okay.
So we haven't taken a rest.
No. You could have taken
Oh,
a
in that
short
case-
rest, I'll say.
Yeah, that's not gonna be very good, considering I've used all my spell slots.
Well, you can use hit dice.
Hmm?
To heal with a short rest.
Oh, okay, healing. I was gonna say, like, short rest equals spells?
Well, I can restore 1 spell slot, so...
I allow short rest
that'd be-
equal spells for warlocks, if you have warlock levels, but I don't allow you to coffee lock it.
Gotcha.
I say after a short rest, your spells reset. You don't gain your spells back. They reset, is how I do it. So any, like, extra... So if you have, like, a full amount of spells, you can't gain 17 more spell slots and have, like, 34.
I'm just using Arcane Recovery.
Yeah. That's fine.
Alright,
So-
so that would be 10 per each of us, or
I'll
10
say you've
for...
taken your short rest before you got back here. So you can take another short rest, but it's going to be another hour.
Well, I'm pretty sure Arcane Recovery is only one use per day, so...
Yeah, I'm just saying if you wanted to use another short rest to regain more HP, but it doesn't really matter because you'd be using both your hit dice, which means you only regain 1 at a long rest. So, as you both step out of the tree, you see in the distance Arya starts to approach you, followed by Gesh's character, who has this nice quarterstaff.
What's happened to you guys?
Yeah, they are covered in marks. You see, Ura's like left eye socket is bruised heavily. He has like a bruise upon his chin. You see multiple scratch marks. What's your passive perception, Gesh?
15.
Ruby, what's your passive perception?
12.
Alright, Gesh, you're the one who noticed it. There's multiple, like, kiss marks underneath the clothing, like lipstick marks of Ura's clothing. You also notice Shadowy's character is, like, reattaching one of their arms to their body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also, so
Ow.
it's, how much
Yeah.
time has it been since since we started this? Like, we started that journey?
To the tower, it's been about 3-4 hours, maybe?
Okay, so I still have some time left on my mage armor.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck happened to you? Who did
Yeah.
fuck you up like this? And Ura, did you really fuck the Dryad already?
The answer to both of those questions is, well, for one, yes, and the other one was,
I will say
we
this.
fought a undead knight.
I'll say this, yes, just by your passive perception, you also notice something different. The town, which originally is just a flat town, maybe a little bit of bumps where the town is, around where Ur's house used to be, where it's burnt down mostly, where this large tree is, there is now this hill that's grown. And it's strange, because it didn't happen at once. You noticed it only barely with your passive perception at 15. A hill has grown over the nights, to an extent, over the period since the tree was growing, and there is now this large hill in the center of town, to an extent.
Huh.
Yeah,
Neat.
and you are standing on it as you guys are walking together down the hill, I would assume.
But what did you say, Shadowy?
Well, the answer to your question of if Master Ura had any relations with the Dryad, the answer is yes. And if you were wondering how we were so injured, we did battle with an undead creature. I believe Master Ura is somewhat familiar with them.
Yeah.
Just did it.
As I'm like shoveling the berries in my mouth.
You have to do it one at a time, mind you. Otherwise,
Oh,
it effects. It's good berry.
Oh, okay, yeah, fine, one at a time.
There's cyanide, you die.
No!
Rather than my character who once shoved like 60 good berries in him.
Yeah, so here's the point. Good berry, you can eat a berry as an action, which is why I say you can only eat one at a time.
Yep, 1 every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I assume they swell because of the magic to provide both the healing and nutritious
Well, no,
effect.
it's just that it tastes kind of bitter sweet, to the point where it's like you have to give it about a few seconds to let your body adjust to it every time you eat the berry. It's like taking medicine on your tongue.
No.
You're like,
Oh,
ugh,
fair enough.
and then you take another.
No, I
and
have
you take another
the
swig.
taste of medicine in my mouth. Thanks.
It's like when you take like that cherry medicine and you're like, ugh, and then your mom's like, here's another cup, and you're like, huh. So yeah.
Except it never is cherry.
Yeah, it's always just sulfuric acid. Anyway.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, anyways.
So
Anyway.
it's
As
time
my-
to get towards above the horizon almost. It's about early morning. You find yourselves properly fed. Roll me a con save.
Oh, yes, of course. Ah, fuck. Hey!
Shadowy doesn't need to eat, so he's fine.
21.
21. You feel your stomach gurgle a little bit, but you get the feeling you'll be good for another... How much trail mix do you have left on your person?
I believe I had...
You just had the
Well-
one bag, didn't you?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. You get the feeling that you'll be fine from that one bag of trail mix until tomorrow morning, and then you'll start to starve a little bit. You'll gonna need some food after that.
I'm assuming the good berry doesn't have much of an effect on that.
No, it's more of just a natural medicine.
I thought Goodberry has enough nourishment for a day.
Does it?
Yeah, good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it provides a
That's the
full
point of
day's
it.
worth of. It provides 24 hours worth of nutrients.
I'm gonna say the
Yeah.
Dryad gave you more of a medicine-based good berry to heal your wounds.
It was
and
weak.
Provide.
That's what I was assuming.
Yeah. I would.
I was like,
yeah.
there's
It's
no way
more
he
of
just
a
gave us
medicine she
6.
gave you rather than 6 days worth of fucking rations.
That's what I was
But
thinking.
the-
I was like, there's no way Goblin just handed us 6
Ruby,
days of rations.
Ruby.
just so you know that
I
good
know.
berry, even though it
know.
gives a day's worth of thing, the magic for the 1 day worth of nourishment fades, but the healing still applies.
Okay, Ruby. The berries are more of a natural medicine. This is more of a natural good berry than an actual spell.
Ah, okay.
Don't make me take my blessings away, man. I'm
I
being nice right now.
I don't have any blessing.
I don't either, I don't think.
Good. Anyways,
You don't deserve them.
so if you guys would like to keep role and playing, you can. If you would like to let me do stuff, I can.
Gentlemen, I must apologize. If me and Master are likely not going to be in all that much more help with our exhausted magical reserves.
Speak for yourself. I don't need your knowledge.
Ruby, roll me an Arcana check.
I don't think you've ever needed
Alright.
knowledge once in your life, Master Ura.
Let's see what my Arcana mod is.
I tried reading a book
+2.
once. I got
For a total of 12.
Jesus. I had to find
Four.
it.
You're like, is there anything that would happen with magic for this boar? Because you know something about the wolves. The wolves have seemingly changed since the Empire fell, to your knowledge, because that Celian wolf wasn't normal. But it's just a fucking boar that you could think of. That's all you could think of. Like, who gives a shit? If you can punch the boar, you're fine.
Wait, hold on a second.
That's more for me. I'm the punchy bag.
I would say I do call dibs on the meat. I'm very hungry.
Gonna have to let me fry it first.
What's the point of fire magic if you can't just cook things?
You're more likely to char it.
Burnt tastes good.
No. I am not gonna let you cook food.
Master Ura, I could swear after last night you were more of a vegetarian.
I don't really respect animals very much. I don't know why I'd be vegetarian.
Arya's just laughing.
Alright, you feel like you missed a joke of some sort?
Strange. This happens a lot to me.
Oh my god. My character's just got a face palm of this. Not very good.
You take your unarmed strike damage.
Oh, Jesus!
Come on.
I'm just fucking with you, don't worry.
Maybe when I'm drunk that would happen.
Ura's gonna put on a perplexed face as the rest of the conversation goes on.
Hold
as you try
on.
to figure out what the joke is.
Quick question, Gesh. How much damage does your unarmed strike do?
1d4 plus 5.
Lame.
Oh, damn. So you have
Imagine being a monk.
+5 to your strength?
No, it's Dex. He's a monk.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can apply either strength or dex, right?
Yeah, that's why monks are better than the unarmed fighter, because you can apply strength or dex. So if you're a
Yeah.
dex-based class as an unarmed creature, it sucks.
I am still strength-based, though.
Yeah. That's why my vampires in Taram are so powerful, because their claw attacks, which are unarmed natural attacks, are finessed. So you can do either. Yeah.
So, ideal, 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah, but I can do 1 as a bonus action always.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I unfortunately cannot.
Yeah, I could. You punch is stronger, but I can punch more.
I could attack with the dagger, though.
So, as I'm thinking about it, Gesh could do at most 18 damage a turn. With those punches, we'll say just average punching. Gesh can do 18 damage at max in unarmed strikes. You can do at most 11, Ruby, with 1 strike.
Remember bonus action with the dagger?
You have to use a weapon attack for that. You have to use the attack
damn
action,
it.
not an unarmed strike.
Yeah, and with the quarterstaff, my max damage per turn is 20.
Technically, I do count fists as weapon attacks, so you can use divine smite and shit on them. So technically, you can, if you use finesse. No, you need a light weapon in both hands to dual wield. Technically, and unarmed strikes are not considered light weapons.
Damn.
Yeah. Unless you're a monk.
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm a fighter who's gonna double class paladin.
Oh yeah, by the way, you have that rule that if you have a strength of 20, that you can
One hand great weapons.
Yes,
yeah, what do you
and
get?
You need a dexterity of 20 to dual wield great weapons.
Oh,
Yep,
completely useless to me.
As
both of them.
So a dex and strength of 20 to dual wield great
I am actually really close to
What-
that.
What if you only have a dex of 20?
Congratulations, you're lean as fuck.
Fuck.
Anyways, we should
I will say
probably
this,
can.
a dex of 20, I'll have to think about it, but any weapon that's not a two-handed weapon can be wielded with dual wielding instead of, only light weapons, I'll say. So you could dual wield, like, for example, I believe a battle axe or a long sword.
Still not useful for a monk.
Yeah, still not useful,
God fucking damn it.
because they're not finesse weapons.
Yes.
Anyways, so as you guys are speaking about your abilities and what's happening last night, roll me an intelligence check.
4.
The fuck was the joke? I guess there was no joke.
No, they're just... These people are stupid, thinking I'm a vegetarian? God, these morons.
Do you want me to explain the joke to you?
This is in his own head, by the way. I'm not saying you guys are stupid.
No, you're talking out loud, mind you.
Oh, yeah, the 4.
Only in your head. Yeah.
These guys are stupid. They don't know I eat meat. I'm a carnivore. I eat all the meats. So many meats.
Do you want me to explain the joke to
You
you?
guys see Uro's like zoning out thinking and saying this. You get the feeling he's supposed to be talking in his own head.
I'm going to lightly slap the side of his face and say, "Hey,
What?
you were talking out loud.
I do that
The
a
joke
lot.
was about the dryad."
Uro, make me another intelligence check.
God.
2.
Roll me
What?
Intelligence save, please.
Save?
He's going to take fucking damage.
Nat 20.
You're even
Oh,
more
God.
confused, and you feel like you guys watch as like a vein on Ura's head starts to pulse.
Are you calling her a cripple because she's a vegetable?
No.
Oh.
God.
Oh,
He
thank-
got
I-
a
I
I
should-
will
really bad.
I will assume you are about to head towards the boar while you start talking about this.
Yes.
I
Like,
said,
you guys have
I
to
was
push
leading
Ura
us.
along as he's thinking out loud.
I was leading us towards the boar as I did all this.
So,
God damn, Aura just rolled really bad and then really fucking good.
as you get back towards Jarok's house, to gather whatever items you need to gather before you head out, Liliana stands there and goes, the elven mayor of the town, well, the current mayor of the town at the moment until the second one's brought into the mix again. She stands there and goes, "Well, seems you're ready to head off to the boar. Some of you look a little less suited. You look a little worse for wear.
It was a mission from the Dryad.
Yes. Well, I would recommend erring on the side of caution against this boar. It is pretty big, and it is very deadly. It's destroyed a few carts that have tried to come to town. So remember, get out of the way if it charges you."
Duly noted.
I have something crazy planned.
Oh, good to know. Don't, Ura, don't
oh.
set fire to the northern fields. They're a good place to gather natural herbs from.
Cut my arms off, why don't you?
I mean, I can.
Oh no, I like my arms. I can't get replacements. I looked into replacements.
Ura, roll me an intelligence save.
Fuck! 13.
Okay, Ura does understand sarcasm, never mind.
Oh god.
Ura is basically borderline retard, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's had no
No
formal
shit.
education.
No, bro, this is sub-room temperature IQ. This is Celsius room temperature IQ.
Yes. Yes.
This is what happens when your magic is handed to you.
freezing point. This is Celsius freezing point IQ.
Anyways,
Yeah,
she looks
Ura
at you
has, like-
guys and goes, "You'll keep an eye on him, won't you?"
I
Yeah,
have an eye on myself.
By the way,
I
you guys see Ura's garb is this large forest green, like, large, what is it? Large collared, all the way down, dragging past his feet, kind of Doctor Strange, coat or cloak. Not cloak, it would be more of a robe situation. And you see that these sleeves are completely cut off on the sides of the shoulders, and you can see these vines that wrap around where his bandages once used to be. With a large rose-like flower in the middle of his chest, his lapel, I should say, acting as a kind of pin of sorts.
For a second, I thought you were about to say patella,
I don't even know what the
which is your fucking kneecap.
No. Anyways, Liliana goes, "Well, aside from Ura being dripped the fuck out, the rest of you seem to be lackluster in your gear. Do you think you could handle a boar?"
Well,
I mean no disrespect. You are friends of the two lords of the town, Ura and Neral.
What?
Yes. You do.
Well.
Ura.
Yeah?
You remember last night your group strong-armed the town into becoming its leaders.
Right. Yeah,
Well, I just punched the boar to death. Or bite it to death.
Do have an idea on how we can deal with it with our current equipment.
I'd prefer if we punch it. That would leave the meat
Sure,
tender.
we
My combat
might
abilities
take
don't
a
rely on
beating,
steel.
but it wouldn't let us die.
Well, I should say this. Before you go, I do have a little something for your group in case you need it. And she pulls out this small vial of green liquid and hands it to... I want all of you to roll me a charisma check.
Oh god.
To see
And I'm
fuck,
really
that one.
bad at these.
Yeah, I figured. That's why she wasn't going to hand it to you anyways.
Charisma check.
yeah.
Alright, I have a +1 for Dirty 20.
Okay.
That's only a 12.
God damn, what's wrong with her rolls? Another net 1.
I'm taking the green dice out.
She's about to hand it to Ura and goes, "Ooh, that would be a bad idea."
No shit, it's Ura. He
She
would
goes to hand it to a
immediately
lizard
drink it.
folk, and she's like, "No, your scales might like it." And she looks over towards the goblin and Arya, and turns towards Arya, who's more elven than anything. She's still a dark elf. She looks at you a little bit, pouts her lips, and hands the green vial to you, Arya. Keep a hold of this. It has enough to use for 3 doses. It should stop you from dying.
I lick my lips.
I
Good
give a
thing
firm
that you
nod.
didn't give it Ura. He would have drank it immediately.
Mind you, it does have an expiration date once you open it.
How long is the expiration date?
Within a few days.
Okay.
It has no nourishmental value, mind you. Aside from maybe drinking. It is made with a little bit of water. But it will become toxic in a few days after opening. So I would not recommend drinking it.
Noted.
Out of character, not to the point of killing you. It doesn't become a poison. It just becomes toxic based and you won't be
Boiled.
Yes. Becomes soiled.
So basically we're gonna bust the toilet after that.
Yes. So,
Good to know. Good to
this
know.
will keep you from dying.
Toilet breaker.
Oh god, I have the feeling we'll get that one.
We don't know the exact location of the boar, but it seems to like to travel along. Seems to like to ambush the carts along the roads heading here to the north.
That's weird for a boar, right?
Yes. Usually these boars don't come down from the large mountainous plateaus in the center of the island.
It seems much more intelligent than.
Oh god, it's an awakened boar.
I believe it's actually. Let me check its stat page technically.
Oh god, if it's awakened.
This is the rarest steak
Oh,
I've
I'm
ever
watching
had.
YouTube
I
on
accidentally.
accident. I went to YouTube. Don't mind that, people watching this. I don't know why that's open at the moment.
You have to edit a big black bar now.
No, I'm fine. They just heard this is the rarest steak. Anyways. This is pretty good, just so you're aware. Anyway, so, she goes, mind you, I think it's just attacking, people that have food. But, anyways, we do have a few people who were coming a few days ago. One of their individuals of the carts, a survivor of the attack, has made it to town, but they are injured in the doctor's office at the moment.
Is he conscious?
I don't know.
Okay, let's find out.
Mind you,
What?
if you fail this mission, it's going to look bad on the new nobles of town. She says this very
Yes.
scornfully, by the way.
I have a distinct feeling if we fail this mission, we'll all be corpses.
I
And
think
those
we
that
would.
come back to town will be corpses as well, most likely.
I don't know what that is, but I feel like calling Ura a noble is a bit of a stretch. Because it's Ura, he doesn't really have that noble,
I will say
that
this,
nobility in him.
Lord Ura,
Yeah.
if you are to fail this mission, if your allies are dead or not, you should not come back to town.
I think if I fail, I would be dead already, so I don't think I'd be able to come back
If
anyways.
you manage to survive after failing, know this, the town will not aid you.
That's a... Okay.
You have strong-armed us into following you as our nobles, which we will not hate on you for yet. But if you do not prove your worth to the town, to the village, that is when we will decide whether or not we wish for you to be nobles here. And it will most likely be a no.
That wasn't the one. Like, I'm not.
You're not
I-
members of this town either. You
Oh, well.
exist here. You don't live here at the moment.
I used to own a house.
Keep going.
It was-
And she pats you on the back and walks away.
Right.
We should probably talk to the survivor if he's conscious.
Yeah. But I already have a decent plan for the boar, because it seems to be after food. And because Nerl isn't here, I'm probably the only one who can at least keep up with the boar, so maybe I could be
Lure
the
it
bait.
in, keep it distracted, I assume, so that the
And-
rest of us can surprise it.
Yes.
We should just burn it to a crisp, honestly.
We can if we get it to the right place where we won't burn down a big chunk of the island.
Oh, well.
Yes, she did say to not burn anything.
All these plans are
Nothing
wonderful,
important.
gentlemen and lady. I think we should ask the survivor in question to see if there's any information that'll completely toss those plans out the window.
That is what I was saying.
Then let's
It
head off.
was.
Just a survive. I guess I was a survivor. Well, whatever. I'm gonna follow along.
So you guys eventually get to the doctor's house. You knock on the door and you hear multiple locks and deadbolts being unlocked. Eventually, after a good 2 minutes of unlocking, you eventually hear "Arr!" as the door opens, and you see this old human gentleman. Because there is a second human in town. I forgot about that until I remembered. Graying hair, large spectacles, and very thin eyes opened. Yes.
We're
We would like
here to speak with the survivor of the boar attack.
Well, he won't be doing much speaking, but you can come in and I can recount what he mentioned to me.
That'll suffice.
Yes,
Very well.
please.
Come in. Everyone but... and he looks over towards Shadowy. You stay out, Goblin.
Very well.
And you too, Lizard,
It's-
you stay out as well.
It's not those two that should stay out.
Yeah,
I turn to those two.
Actually,
I mention in character, it's those two who should stay out. As
you
I
point over, he goes,
nod my head towards Ura.
No, I think the three of you should stay out, you fucking monsters. Because the three of you are playing technical monster races. And this is a human. Stay out of here.
Wait.
racist bitch.
Hold
as he,
on.
as he
Oh, what
like.
am I kin? You come in, and he points to Ura. You're the only one coming in.
No, don't trust
I
me.
turn to the party. I promise everything will go perfectly fine. As I walk in, I shut the door.
As you walk in, he stands in the middle of the doorway and he looks at you. He spits on the ground directly in front of the three of you, closes the door, and locks it.
As I scream, he will burn down your. Make sure he doesn't
Oh,
burn
no,
down
no.
your house.
No.
I am going to gut Ura if he fucks this up for us.
You gotta remember, you are a drow, a lizard folk, and basically a goblin.
Hmm.
And there is one human in your group.
Yeah, I was just going, Dartrix, don't let him. Just let him do what he wants to do.
I'm a pretty good-looking human too, so that helps.
But funny how the only person that he accepts is the one he should be most scared about.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go to another call.
Yay!
So,
Hello.
Zeus, as you enter into the house, the familiar house, you start to walk down the hallway following this man. Would you like me to make you some tea?
Sure, why not?
I have some on the kettle right now. Please sit down. He leads you to the back rooms, which have a few cots and curtains, as well as multiple shelves. And you know the room. It's a village doctor's house. A few shelves of medical items, pickled items and shit. Yeah, it has a bunch of pickled items, hanging items of like herbs and spices. And as he sits you down, he goes, "Let me go get the tea." And he starts to walk away as you see one of the beds is in use.
I'm gonna, when he walks into the other room, I'm gonna stand back up from where I sat and go look at that used bed. Or currently used bed.
Shallow breaths coming from what seems to be an unconscious individual. This human, early 20s, maybe before 20s, maybe 17 to 20 at least. Or that's the range that you get. Red hair, scarlet red hair that seems to be frazzled and matted with blood. You could see his face hasn't shaved in a few days. His eyes are closed, and he's sweating profusely with pale skin at the moment. He doesn't look like he has pale skin originally, but his face is very pale. You could see large streaks of blood across the large streaks of bits of blood that seem to be coating the blankets, the white blankets he sleeps under at the moment. You can see multiple bandaged wounds across his body.
Ah, this is a really smart doctor. He uses bandages. Okay, I trust this guy. And I go and sit back down.
Okay. I guess you're not smart enough to make a medicine check, but okay.
Well, I'm proficient in medicine. I'd check.
Okay. So, as you begin to look over this individual, you start to pull back the blankets a bit. Make me a medicine check.
Nat 20. Nice.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
The doctor's done a bit of work. You can tell with how this individual is set up, he needs a little bit more medicinal help, or he's probably going to die.
Oh.
He hasn't stitched up the wounds yet. The bandages are heavily soaked in blood, and you can see that they have been recently placed upon him. You get the feeling the doctor hasn't gotten to his full work yet, and this individual's breaths are getting shallower and shallower by the moment. Looking at the wounds, you could see as you start to pull off some of the bandages, as you start to apply some medical practice to this individual, there are heavily gored marks. And splinters within the body.
Well, that's a problem.
I will say this, because you did roll a high medicine check. The gore marks are from tusks that are large, like the size of if you put both your hands together in a circle.
Oh, goddamn!
A bit bigger. You get the feeling they're about at least half a foot in diameter. This isn't a normal boar. This is a very large boar.
Okay, that's a no pun intended, a huge problem.
Yeah. As you are starting to see this, you start to do some medical treatment to the individual as you manage to stabilize them over the course of your investigation. You get the feeling the goring attack that hit this individual dealt a lot of damage.
Oh, okay. I like take my hands, I compare like the size of the wound to like my body and go like that. Oh, I don't want that on me.
Yeah, no, this is a very dangerous creature. You get the feeling of. You also see tufts of fur upon the body from the individual that escaped.
Growing off of him or just like tufts of fur?
Tufts of fur.
Okay.
That seem to have been caked into the blood.
I was scared for lycanthropy. Don't!
Check.
God damn it. 10.
That's enough. It's definitely not a wereboar, but you can't be sure.
I'll make sure to tell the party it might be a wereboar. Okay.
Don't let it bite you.
Oh! Don't say that! Okay! He's... Well, I guess it hasn't come back yet with the tea.
You hear in the distance. Oh, looks like it's ready.
Oh, I died. I like rush and I sit back down.
Alright, caked in blood and bandages.
Oh yeah, I definitely stole some bandages.
Yeah. You stole about a day's worth of bandages.
Fuck yeah, new bandages!
So, as you sit down, the doctor comes in. He looks over to you and similar to when Mari was in here at one point, he looks towards you. Roll me a charisma check, please.
Okay, so it's that plus it's a saving throw, so it's this. 26.
Well, it's not a saving throw.
It's not a saving throw. What is it?
It's just a check. You know,
oh, okay.
Make it intimidation.
Intimidation. Okay, then that means now 26 because I'm proficient.
He looks at you and it's similar to when Mari smiled at him. He goes, "Oh dear," and he just falls backwards as the tea kettle shatters and on his face spills open. Sorry, not shatters. His face starts to burn from the hot tea.
Okay, wake up! I shake him.
You shake him, and you can see that he is currently dying from the damage of the heat. He is a doctor, but he's a feeble old man with 1 HP. So.
Fuck. I try to I don't want to bring him back to up to awake. I just want to make him not die anymore.
Okay, make me a medicine check.
Okay, quickly, go medicine. 10.
He is slowly dying as the tea seems to be burning through his face.
Fuck! Okay. I grab the bandages I just stole and I push him on his face.
Make another medicine check.
7.
7. It's disadvantage for this roll. He rolled the same number. He seems to be getting a little bit better as the bandages are pushed up onto his face.
Okay.
If you'd like to make another check, that's the roll he has for right now. See if he has advantage or disadvantage. Roll me
a medicine check. Go medicine check number 8.
pushing it against him, you're like, he stopped shaking. He stopped shaking. And you look down, and you're covering all the airways on his face. You lean down. He is not breathing. He is dead. You feel for a pulse. There's no pulse. You're like, uh-oh. You've just killed this man. Gain 10 XP.
I'm writing down +10 so I can add to the total later. Okay. Oh.
Give me a second. There we go. Anyways, as this man is now dead, what are you doing? I can't wait to hear what the rest of the party say. Where did go?
I'm going to quickly search his office and take as all the bandages he has.
Make me an investigation check.
Okay. Am I good at those? I don't remember.
No, it's intelligence-based.
Fuck. 11.
11. You take a few bandages, put them in, and as you begin to rush out, you accidentally knock over a few shelves of like very burning liquids. As they hit the ground, you accidentally knock over a lantern. The house catches fire a bit in the inside. It's catching fire. There's a man who you just fucking stabilized on the bed as the fire shuts up.
Oh, okay. I'm a good person, and I go for the man in the bed, and I go to try to drag him out.
Make me an athletics check.
Oh, make it anything else.
Okay.
What?
Athletics check.
17.
Okay, you manage to get him on your back, and as you start to walk out of the fire, you have to walk through the oil that's burning at the moment, or the volatile liquids. Go ahead and roll me this would technically be a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. I'm not amazing at those. Okay. And okay, that is 18.
18 was the DC. You managed to walk through without dropping this man in the fire, and you get to the front door, and as the house is exceedingly starting to burn on the inside only, it's getting closer and closer as you see the 50 to 100 locks.
Did he lock everyone?
Yes, he did. Because there's monsters outside his house.
I'm going to firebolt the door down.
Okay, let's go back to the other call.
Okay.
Hey guys! Hey guys!
We warned him!
Everyone shut up! Everyone shut up!
If you guys want to roleplay a little bit as a few minutes pass.
We should not have let her go in.
So do we hear anything as we're talking,
This is
or
during
is it just
the few
time?
minutes. Before that, during the few minutes, what are you doing?
Fun.
What are you saying? What are you
Goobly's
doing?
just sort of tapping his cane a bit. I guess he's getting some of the dirt off his nails. I mean, he's dead, kinda, but he needs to look at least somewhat presentable.
I am just standing there, arms crossed, foot tapping the floor.
My character also just stands there,
So,
just
guys,
waiting for something to go
as a
wrong.
small wind blows past you guys, a chill runs down your spine, Gesh, as you hear a shattering of some glass.
I'm immediately hammering
Where
on
is
the
this-
door like, is everything okay?
Is everything okay? You hear another
Where
bit
is it coming
you
from?
You don't hear shit, Ruby. Gesh hears it.
Oh, damn.
Yes, you hear it from inside, and then you hear another, of porcelain breaking, mind you, not glass. And then you suddenly hear from the inside. Gesh only hears this. And then you hear
Ruby,
sound of flames.
take that door. Okay, we need to get the door open immediately. We need to get in there. Something happened.
You suddenly hear against the door. Make me an attack roll.
Oh,
Holy shit. And then that's plus 25.
25, you hit the door. That's a critical hit against the door. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's just a 1d... Oh, no, it's not just a 1d10. It's a 1d10. Okay, I know my numbers. Okay, and then
It's not a fortified door, it's a locked door.
Yeah, with like 12 locks on each side.
Well, no,
Apparently.
it has like 100 locks on the inside.
Yeah, I would count that as fortified.
I would too.
It has an AC of 15.
Especially if it's, you know, dead bolts or the chain locks.
32 points of damage.
So, Gesh, as you're knocking against the door and you turn around to speak to Ruby, like, we need to get inside, suddenly you hear against the door, and the door ping, knocks you off your ass, off the small staircase, down to the ground as it pings you to the ground. As you guys see Ura start to run outside the house. Ura, you feel this heavy wind and oxygen sucked into the house.
Oh
And
no,
you feel this sudden heat blaze start to pick up as everyone watches the glow of the inside, which seems to be a firelight, and you're like, you gotta be fucking... An explosion outside. Ura, roll me a dexterity saving throw. As the flames explode from the inside, as the many oils you dropped on the ground explode.
I told the old man that Ura would burn down his house.
I would like to say, for flavor, before the house goes, I like to go, he is dead.
It's like as soon as
instant?
you jump out, the added oxygen to the fire explodes outwards.
I want to favor of the gods real quick. Hold on a minute.
What did you roll? Because you got to.
And this is why
I have
he
to
always
tell you
gets
first.
titles and shit.
9.
9? Okay. I would say this, are you trying to protect the man you are carrying on your back?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll favor of the gods. You need a 15.
A 15? Okay, that's,
Sorry,
doable.
16, not 15.
Iron pickaxe broke.
15. I could not get any higher than that. Okay.
Actually,
15 in total?
Yeah.
I have a distinct feeling as so he's going out.
You guys
as
see
he's
Ura
doing
just
this.
go rocketing off to the other side of town.
We're blasting off again!
Dang it, I was gonna use.
As you start to fall, roll me a dexterity, an acrobatics check.
If only I could have used my reaction to grab him.
You can try.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
I will try to.
Roll me athletics checks, both of you. Well, no, yes, you're on the fucking ground. You got knocked off by the door. Like,
Athletics, alright, that's +5 for 24.
Okay, you grab him. Shadowy, what did you roll?
Oh, what I was thinking of doing was casting silvery barbs, but considering Ura is flying at a point I noticed that, I don't think I can do that at the moment. So, I'm just gonna wait and try to save them for later.
Roll me a strength save.
That's another +5.
I rolled a 20 if that matters.
22.
I will say this. You can hold on to him, but it's gonna pull your arm out of your socket and deal damage to you. He is like rocketing.
I'm just aiming to slow him down to keep him from fucking dying on impact.
You're grabbing him, though, is the problem.
Please, I beg you.
Fair enough.
Oh, are you grabbing him or the unconscious body on his back?
The unconscious man.
Okay. Ura, roll me a athletics check, please.
Okay, I got 20 for that.
20. Alright. What did you roll for your first athletics check, Ruby?
24.
Alright. So the body body comes off with relative issue. Okay. Ura, as you go rocketing, you are carrying an arm.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, come on.
While this is going on, I think I'm just gonna keep an eye on that vial of green liquid on Arya's belt.
Okay.
And
I think I'm gonna need it.
Oh god, oh no,
At
is
this
he
point,
missing
Gesh,
it?
you manage to pull yourself up as the door falls off of you.
Do I
the
see
house
the
behind you, by the way, is completely engulfed in flames.
Alright,
God damn it, Ura.
My character is screaming, Ura, I will fucking kill you.
Yeah,
It wasn't my fault!
Right now. He's
Ura,
flying
you
for
are
the sky.
flying across town.
Oh, it wasn't my fault!
Ura, roll me an
Yeah.
acrobatics check.
Another one. Oh god.
Oh my god, hold up. I just got a fucking knock on my wall. Give me a minute.
If Ura is dying now, wait, what would happen
I
if
take this?
what would happen if Ura dies in terms of contract?
Probably really bad, because I'm guessing that's the main thing she wanted out of the contract. Other than being allowed the material plane.
Alright, what do you
Yeah.
get, Zeus?
Oh, I got 19 on the die.
19.
Yeah.
You crash land on your face. You suffer 9 points of
away.
bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take 9.
That's average. As you're now carrying an arm that used to be attached to the person you were carrying.
Oh god. Maybe I can get the armor on
Ura,
again with my
twitches.
Dr. Mustard. Oh god.
Oh! I let go.
It flops on the ground
Don't.
and starts flopping like a fish.
Don't grab it, we need to attach it
You're
again.
not there, Gesh.
Oh god.
I'm saying that out of character.
Arm can wait. I look around, I start shouting, Fire! Fire!
Yeah, you see people running towards the fire with buckets.
Okay. Okay, now arm. I pick it up by, like, the middle finger. Okay, between 2 fingers, I pick it up by the middle finger.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to, like, walk
It's
back.
still warm in your hands. Blood is
Everything's
just
warm.
falling out of it.
God, most things are warm right now. This is gross. If I can tell it's warm.
It's starting to turn a little bit purplish because it's losing a lot of blood.
Yeah. Point it up, please.
I blow on it.
Things
Be
turn purple
smart.
because of blood swelling in them.
A bluish pale.
There you
Please
go.
let Ura roll an intelligence check to see if he would realize to point the arm up.
Make me a medicine check, Ura.
He fails.
9.
You keep rolling it downwards. Meanwhile, Arya,
Master malpractice.
as you grab onto this individual and bring them back down, you could see that they're missing an arm and bleeding out at the moment. This individual is heavily damaged already. And is
Alright.
suddenly wrapped in bandages.
First dose of the potion already gone.
Okay. So you pull out the potion and stabilize him with the potion.
I
Mhm.
try to stop the bleeding.
Make me a medicine check.
Please,
I think I
Dr.
have
Mop.
experience with this. With missing arms. I'm gonna help action him.
Oh, thank God. Now I'm thinking if I should use, but Dr. Nah, I won't. Advantage. 15.
15. Alright. You managed to stop the bleeding a bit. You get the feeling there's gonna need to be an actual doctor who needs to check this out. But
Okay,
you get the feeling it's pretty good.
Okay, I tell like Arya hold this so it doesn't bleed out immediately, and I immediately run towards where I think Ura is to get the arm as fast as possible.
Okay. I'd say your character would realize this because they are wise as fuck. As you begin to head over to Ura, you see him like walking back holding this thing. You can see pounds of flesh and blood are just falling out of the arm at the moment.
Stupid
have-
Leaving a
bitch.
trail behind him.
You stupid bitch, point it up! As I grab the arm carefully and just run back full force.
I let him do that.
You grab it and run backwards. The other two, what are you doing as the scene starts to catch scrutiny from the town as they start to put out the fire a bit?
I'm staunching the blood flow.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess while this is going on, I'm gonna go over to the lizard guy and try to help him out with the arm situation.
I'm not
This is
there with the arm
this is
yet.
before he's gotten back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
you
right
just want
now
to get the arm then.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind, I guess. Setting you up for roleplay, but I guess not, huh? So, as you guys get back with the arm, the flames are completely engulfing the house down, and the water is not working to put out the fire.
Oh, God.
I'm still just trying to keep the blood
You guys are
close.
still like 10 feet within range of the house, so Arya,
Yeah,
roll a con save.
Right, I forgot. I never think about actually doing common sense shit.
And fire
That's
spot.
That's a +5 for 17.
18 was the DC.
Damn it!
You take 7 points of fire damage.
Alright, there goes the 5 temp HP.
Direct heat.
I will proceed to move away from the flames.
Alright. As you look at this tinderbox burning, you get the feeling it's not gonna get put out by this town.
Yeah,
You see the wind pick up and a few of the embers start to spread towards some of the other buildings nearby.
Oh god. I just wanted to say I would make sure that the embers doesn't fly to other buildings,
How
but
are you
never
gonna
mind.
fucking do that, Gesh?
Alright,
How are you
fuck.
gonna do that?
I am going to hopefully pull something off that's gonna be cool. I am going to pray to my god to hopefully get some rain to start to put it out.
Make
Yeah, so
me
these
a
embers are
religion
flying.
check with disadvantage, as you have no medium to contact this deity.
Fair enough. Alright, so what is religion? That's intelligence, so I have a +2 for first roll was a 19 seconds. That is a 17.
Okay. So with that, that's set the DC for the divine intervention type of thing. No. So, as you pray towards your god, you feel no connection.
Damn it.
Yes, so Goblin.
You do see in the distance a storm has been brewing in the early morning, but it's not made it to the town yet.
Yeah, so these embers are flying.
Yeah, embers are flying to nearby buildings.
Alright, so how far away are these embers?
In the sky. All
Yeah, so
over.
like about within 60 feet? Or at least a couple of them.
Within 60 feet of the building, at least, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start casting Ray of Frost to at least stop it from getting to the buildings.
Roll me
Why-
a general spellcasting check.
Alright.
Well, why would you aim for the thing coming off and not the source?
I don't think I can really put that out for Ray of Frost, buddy.
It's a 2-story building that's on fire, mind you.
Alright.
But seriously, who in their right mind fucking kills the only doctor in town that we know
That's
of?
14.
Hey, you don't know if this guy's the doctor or not. You said 14?
Yep,
I
14.
have a 15 in wisdom and a 15 in
Yeah, maybe
intelligence.
one or two of the embers, but the other ones are flying so fast with the wind they're hard to hit.
Yeah, Aura's gonna
You're
kick.
breaking a few windows with your rays of frost. People are looking at you all now like, bro, we should just kill these fuckers.
Hey, at
Alright,
least
really.
I'm
it's
still trying to staunch
completely
the bleeding.
Aura's fault.
There's a scornful look from the town that's watching this proceed.
Oh, great.
Alright, you eventually get
Yeah.
to the building.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I thought I wasn't back yet, so
No, you
I
guys
would
are
have.
done, you know.
So I would try to, like, at least somewhat attach the arm back to his body,
You
like.
don't have stitches. You don't have anything to reattach the arm. Do you have rope
Magic?
on you?
I have rope on me, and I would ask, I forgot the name. Give me a second.
Aria?
No, I would ask Ripley if he has like needles and shit so I can sew on the arm back together.
Okay.
I don't really have anything like that, so I think we'll just have to use a rope.
Okay, then I will try using the rope to kinda like attach the arm onto him again.
Roll me a survival check.
At least my survival checks are not cursed.
That's
14. Shit.
So, you tie the arm back on. The arm's still fucking bleeding because you haven't reattached the fucking veins and arteries and shit. You just tied the arm back on.
Ah.
He starts to die again.
Oh god.
As you see, heavy blood is just flowing out of different wounds on his body that were from before.
I tried to use another bit of rope to like cut off, to like make the arm and him not bleed out.
It is impossible without fixing the inside of the arm to itself, which you would need stitches for, which you don't have stitches. You don't have threads either, you don't have needles. How are you trying to do it? Don't just say, I'm trying to do this, because there's no way you can do it just with rope.
Alright, so seeing as this doesn't seem to be going that well, there isn't... Well, using that directly is probably going to kill him, I think. As I asked, does anyone have anything hot, but it's not too hot? I don't think casting Firebolt directly at it's going to be much of help.
Arya, make me a medicine check.
Yeah, because I was actually considering fucking using the second of 3 doses on him, too. But medicine check, that's a +2. God, 18.
You watch as you guys are trying to figure out what to do and talking to each other. This man's chest stops rising and falling.
Back. Shit. Immediately going into CPR after just... Yeah.
Make me a medicine check.
That is 15.
Yes, you make me a medicine check as soon as you see her doing CPR as well.
Okay.
That was
12.
a 15.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it. 12.
Alright. You start to try and give her pointers. So, let me set the scene here. As the fire blazons in the background, as the wind carries embers to nearby buildings, but those fires are easily put out because they're just small ones. It's not the source. As you break windows through town with the rays of frost and many things that happening, Ura.
Yeah?
You watch as these two attempt to resuscify this individual that you managed to stabilize in the house and bring out before his arm was ripped off. And you see his body is growing pale, and you realize he's probably bled out at this point. There's no point in trying to resuscitate him, as the other two are trying to resuscitate him and don't realize this. The town is looking all towards you. There are people running around, but there are a large number of the town folk who are looking at this scene and starting to whisper. Gesh, as the wind is blowing, you do hear a few whispers. Murderers. Should we call someone from the city and town? Send a crier. Russian who's right. What was Liliana thinking? Those are all the things that you hear, Gesh.
Yeah, my character just stands up, just goes on to Ura and just gives it. What the fuck have you done?
As Gesh starts to shake him.
Okay. Hold on. He looked at my face. He fell down and poured the hot tea onto his face. Onto his face, not my face. And then he just knocked a bunch of stuff over. And I don't know. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he collapsed again. I think he has an iron. No, I wouldn't know that. I don't think he's good in his head.
How is it that every time you are alone for 5 minutes, you're causing a fucking catastrophe? What the
Arya,
fuck is wrong with
as
you?
Gesh is occupied, you and Gribbly both hear out of the corner of your ears, because you both have a 12 passive perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You both start to hear, I knew letting monsters in this town was a bad idea. Grab some bows. We'll deal with this ourselves. As you see a few elves start to rush off as one just seems to stand there keeping an eye at you.
Not related to that, but the
Ura,
smile. Yeah.
What are you doing, Ura?
The smile leaves my face first. Because normally I try to keep things light. My face goes a bit grim as I look at the fire at the burning building, and I remember of like, oh no, we don't burn important people's houses. We don't burn houses. Houses are normally fire bad. Oh god. I turn and I'm looking for an escape route. I'm freaking.
Gesh is currently grappling you as you're looking for an escape route. You see members of the town have started to gather around this area, some of them wielding hatchets and pickaxes. And you can see a few elves running to grab what they can from the sides. They're running to grab bows and arrows.
Yeah.
Liliana is nowhere to be seen at the moment.
After hearing the whispering about the bows, I would stop and then just go over to Ura and just full force stick him in the fucking face.
That was what I was gonna do next. Just
Roll an attack
punch
roll
him for
with
force.
Advantage. That's a +4.
Actually, I'll say this. Don't roll yet. It's gonna be an athletics check versus acrobatics check for Ura.
And Ura is grappled.
Yeah, Ura is currently grappled, but he can still move, so he doesn't have disadvantage for it.
It's contested. I gotta roll in chat.
Yeah, both of you roll in chat because this is contested. Athletics versus acrobatics.
Who rolled the athletics?
The one who's punching him, Ruby.
Okay.
Let's see. 22!
Yeah, no, he gets me.
What did you roll? You didn't roll.
In chat, remember?
I did. Oh, wait, I'm looking in the wrong space. That's why. I was wondering, like, man, why are all the rolls here stupid? Okay, there we go. Let me reroll. There we go. 1d20 plus 2. Hiya!
You needed a fucking nat 20 to beat me, bro.
As you try to duck out of the way, it hurts like shit, and Uri, you're like, and you literally just dislocated his jaw. You're trying to do damage or trying to roleplay this?
Right now, I was trying to fucking do damage.
Alright, go ahead and roll your damage then. We'll see if you dislocate his jaw then.
1d8 plus 3. Oh shit, that's max.
Oh,
11 damage.
Ura, you take 11.
I am at 0. I'm unconscious.
You just uppercut
Yeah.
the fuck out of him as he goes flying out of Gesh's grasp over the crowd and on the ground.
I say to the villagers here, take him. This is man. Every time he's left alone for 5
Yes.
seconds, he's burning
arrow.
something down.
What's your AC?
21.
How?
Natural armor.
Oh, true.
You
Yeah.
let
So natural armor is your natural armor is what?
13 plus 5
Okay.
from my dex plus 3 from my wisdom.
Nice to know. That one definitely hits. That's a +5 to make it 21 specifically. That one misses. And that's natural 20. 4 shots. 2 of them go flying past you as you dodge out of the way, and you look, and 2 of them, one of them hits you directly in the shoulder, and one of them hits you in the neck as you suffer. How much is a longbow?
That's a 1d8.
D8.
Okay, thank you. You suffer 6 points of damage from the first arrow, and 14 points of damage from the second arrow.
Oh god.
As you start to feel blood coming out of your neck, Arya, there are multiple longbow attacks against you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Arya, does a 17 hit your AC?
Yep.
Okay, that hits you.
I have an absolute shit AC.
An 11 doesn't hit, does it?
It doesn't. Oh.
You have a +1 dexterity, right? Or higher?
I have +2 dex.
Okay, so 12 is your AC.
Mhm.
Natural 20 as well. Fuck. So
Yeah.
that's the 3 attacks against you. The first one is 10 damage.
Yep.
The second one is 12 damage.
Alright, I'm at 2 HP.
You get shot once.
I'm
You
too.
get shot once in the right arm and once in the. It actually, this critical actually hits and goes into your left eye. It doesn't destroy your left eye, but it does severely damage it. As Gribbly, there's 2 attacks against you.
Alright.
Gribbly, does a 21 hit your AC?
Yeah, it would, and even with actually, yeah, even with shield. But I do have silvery. Actually, I'll let it hit.
What is your? I will say this: there is a crowd, and there are people shooting from the crowd, so you can't really see them. What is your AC originally?
Right now it's 15.
Okay, good enough. Thank you. And then I'm going to guess, yeah, a 12 doesn't hit you, so you take 1. So you take 10 points of damage, Gribbly, as an arrow hits you square in like the stomach. You guys are just peppered by arrows, as the hunters and the town are now considered hostile to you.
Yeah, I
As
just
there are
scream
members
one
of the
thing.
town who are like, what the fuck's going on? Like, you guys are the new leaders of the town, but then there are other members who are fucking sick of your shit now and are attacking you.
I scream at them, what the fuck did I do? I never did
initiative.
anything. Can I say something before that?
These people are hostile towards you. You could use
They're
your
not gonna
turn
let
to
you
try and
speak.
say something, yes.
Okay.
19.
Okay,
That's a nat 20 for 26.
okay.
Oh, fuck.
Dirty 20.
You guys, your adrenaline is pumping at the moment. Shadowy, you rolled a 26. Gesh rolled a 29.
I rolled a 20.
Sorry, 20. I almost said, I don't know why I said 29. Then we have a 19 from Ruby.
Mhm.
And then the town rolled 17. Yeah. Shadowy, as you get shot, I will say this. Your adrenaline starts kicking before anybody else's. You have a surprise. You don't have a surprise round, but you have an extra action, I will say, on your turn. Because you rolled natural.
Okay. Alright, so I assume there's nowhere to really hide, and we're about
Oh no,
surrounded,
you
right?
are seen by the entire town. You can run out of town. They haven't fully encircled you, but they have created this semicircle into the middle of town, so you can't run into town.
How far is the druid's tree?
They have blocked your path, so it's across the street, like maybe 200 feet at most from the doctor's house, which is burning, and part of this semicircle has engulfed the path to it. There is
Okay.
that second tree that's maybe about 50 feet from you, but the town is around it as well. The second tree was that smaller tree that was grown so she could attack Ura, who was away from her. It's about 30 feet from where you're at the moment. Actually, no, because from the angle, it would be about 20 feet from you, but there is a little bit of the town surrounding it.
And I only have an action, not my movement, right?
No, you have your entire turn, but you have an extra action on top of that because of your natural 20.
Oh, alright. In that case, so it's 20 feet away.
Mhm.
I have a... And that's the thing. I think I'm going to deliver a message to the Dryad using my extra action to disengage past the townsfolk.
Alright, so, well, you can use... Oh, no, because you're no longer a goblin. So, you're going to dash towards it using disengage so you can't be attacked, right?
Yeah, I'm just sort of weaving through them.
Okay, as you get to the tree.
I'm deciding I'm going to inform the Dryad in Elvish. Ma'am, I don't mean to be a bother, but I do believe your boyfriend is currently in trouble.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Alright.
This message will use your other action, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe it's a good idea, at the very least. Okay. Right, yep. Okay. Alright, so 16.
Okay. So,
Always fucking Ura.
as you deliver this message, you feel it has been delivered through the tree.
Alright.
I will ask this. Who in your group is hostile towards Ura right now?
Me.
Arya just assaulted him, so technically you are hostile to him. Gesh. I will say this, because you only grabbed him and were about to punch him but didn't. Are you hostile towards her?
I would say not necessarily hostile, but I'm definitely not on his side anymore.
Okay.
More like neutral towards
Shattering,
him.
are you hostile towards Ura?
Annoyed, but he is my master, and I still at least want to help him out.
Alright. You start to feel the ground rumbling, and you see roots starting to pour out of the soil itself. Gesh, it's your turn.
I scream at the Transfig and say, why the fuck are we three getting attacked and not Ura? I'm not in this group for long, but as far as I know, everything bad that happened to this town is completely and utterly Ura's fault. Why are we getting attacked for him? Why are we getting attacked because of his retardedness?
Roll me a deception check, please, because your group, without Ura, just last night, strong-armed the town.
Honestly, Ura's on the best standing with his entire town.
Roll me a deception check, because Ura is technically in the best standing with the town, besides your character, Gesh. And you guys are even, because you've helped the town quite a bit, Gesh, but you were a member of that group intimidating the town into becoming, technically, your servants last night.
He's also just Ura's just a nice person, too. He smiles.
When you do stuff like that, it causes people's disposition to lower with you.
Arya was just tired and was just standing there.
Yeah, I said most of the bad shit was made by Ura.
Yes, I understand that. However, as you start to say this, the town, a few of them are listening and they're like, yeah, what do you guys do? And they're starting to notice the roots. Most of the town is enraged with what has happened the last few days since your entire group has come here. Your group attacking the town, your group causing an explosion that rocked the town, your group causing severe damages to the town. They just aren't listening, it seems. Gesh, that is your action. Is there anything you would like to do with the bonus or movement?
My movement. I would just try to fuck. What can I do? Is there anywhere where I can take cover?
At this point, the burning building behind you, or you could run out of town. You could try to move through the group of people that want to kill you. Bruh, you were supposed to kill a boar! You were supposed to kill a boar!
We were going to get information from a survivor.
Or I did get information, I'll give you guys that.
The shit started burning down, and we were just
around
there.
How? How did shit start burning down, Goblin?
Let's just say, the man saw Ura, who had finished the doctor's job performing a slight surgery, covered in blood, and to head to toe in viscera and gore, and I rolled, and he passed out, fell to the ground, and the feeble old man has 1 health. And this boiling hot teapot broke on his head. Let's just say that. Out of character, that's what happened.
So you're saying we're in this situation because this.
Then how did the fire start?
Ura, in panic, may have accidentally broken a shelf of very
volatile
like
chemical substances,
stuff like that. Yes, which are able to be used as accelerants in fire, and then he may have bumped a lantern off the table.
So you're giving us this shit for things that Ura did.
Yes.
What?
Anyway, you are a party. You guys should have been like, no, if Ura's the only one going in, he's not going in.
You literally said that too fast for me to even interject.
I said, the guy says you are 3 monsters and Ura can come in. Ura said he walks in and closes the door. So...
Yeah, we didn't get any chance to fucking debate that.
Yeah. Yeah, so give Ura this shit.
Anyways, yeah, don't worry, I'm giving him shit too. You guys aren't gonna gain a lot of XP here.
No shit.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
Anyways,
we're probably gonna get party wiped.
Yeah.
My character's at the point where either he goes out of the party or Ura is.
Anyways, so Gesh,
what are you
doing as your bonus action or movement?
Question. I just kind of try to run out of town.
Okay, you can easily do that without invoking individual entities in town, without attacks of opportunity. So, as you begin to rush out of town, how far are you moving?
40 feet.
Alright, I'll say, at this point, because you are not technically focusing on a combat and you are focusing on your survival, I will allow you to use your bonus action to dash as well.
Nice, then it's 80 feet.
You guys just see, as everyone's getting ready, you guys are like, alright, we need to calm the town down, and you see Gesh say this, and he's like, immediately turns on a dime and just fucking starts dashing.
Yeah, he realized we fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't tard
I
wrangle
will say
Ura
this,
properly.
you got it. It's not entirely your fault, but it is still somewhat your fault that this building is burning and causing small fires around the town.
I've legitimately done nothing besides be attacked by the town and defend myself.
Nothing. I will say,
I was trying to get the party together to go after the boar.
Yeah, in your wisdom score, you realize you did do wrong by not stopping Ura from entering the house. But you had other things that going on. You were distracted by other things. You are not the Ura Wrangler of the group. So you get the feeling everyone else in your group is also at wrong here, including Ura heavily. So I will say this. Your character does not see that they have done anything too wrong here, but they do see that they have done a little bit of wrong.
Yeah.
So in game, if I was using alignments, your alignment would not shift, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I'm chaotic good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anyways,
Urus is definitely evil.
as Gesh continues to move off, everyone watches as the town roots and trees start to grow throughout the town. As roots begin to wrap around the fire and smother it immediately. As you watch, individuals who had shot you all, roots grow up and just drag them into the ground. Arya, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as a root reaches up and grabs you.
This is only a +2. Fuck, I'm not sure I'll make it. With a 19. Holy fuck, I did not expect to roll a 17.
DC is 19. Fucking see that sack of shit. So as the root starts to come out, time almost slows and you feel imminent danger to the point where you will die. And you pull your foot back and you realize anybody hostile towards Ura after the plea of Gesh, anybody that seems to be moving or hostile or looking at him in any way that seems to provoke a hostile intent is in danger. And there's a lot of people in town who are hostile towards your group entirely. You see 20 people dragged to the ground immediately as other basically that as spikes of earth begin to impale others, as roots and trees are starting to grow and starting to pull individuals by vines that start to wrap around their necks towards the tops of the trees. The Dryad is not fucking around at this point. And also, you remember something said by Neral. Anybody in your group that is to be harmed by anybody above the town, your group is protected by the Dryad originally. The town is protected in proxy. And you get the feeling the people who signed the contract with the Druid are top priority, which would include Neral.
So Neral, Ura are first priority, the rest of the party is second priority, the town is third priority.
Yes.
Okay.
By way of the contract, I'm not being an asshole of a DM here. By way of the contract, that is how it is. And thankfully, Ura is first priority.
I understand it.
So, as the roots start to grow out, they miss grabbing you specifically.
Okay, my turn then?
It is technically your turn, yes. As members of the town are disappearing into the ground or being strung up on trees or just absorbed by or spiked by the earth itself. What are you doing?
Bonus action. Second.
There are consequences to your actions.
I wasn't that bad a person. I tried.
Yes, you were.
Anyways,
bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
What in the fuck is with my rolls today?
Would you roll a natural 1 + 2?
No, fucking 10.
Okay, so as you regain 12 HP, you pull out the arrows, and you look down and you just notice you are in danger if you stay in the town for right now.
Yeah, which is why I am going to action surge. Both actions are used to dash, meaning I go 90 feet out.
I will say this: you are technically hostile to Ura, so you cannot use your bonus action to dash because you are technically in a combat and you are combative towards a creature in that combat.
Yeah. But again, Ura did get knocked out.
So you're gonna technically yes, but also the town is combative. I will say this: are you combative against the town, or are you just angry with them?
Just angry, but I know I'm not fucking safe, so
I'll let you use your other bonus action to dash then. Technically,
okay, so that's 4 dashes.
Well, no, you
well,
only get
3 dashes.
You only get 3.
Three dashes, I meant.
Yeah, you get
so
movement,
120
dash,
feet
dash,
away.
Dash. You have a 40-foot movement?
No. 30
No.
times 4.
So sorry. Here's how my dashes work in my game. I haven't explained it. You move, you dash. That doubles your speed initially. That becomes your now total dash. Then you double that for your next dash, and then you double that added onto the total for your next dash. So you have 30 feet, increased to 60, increased to 120, increased to 240.
Holy shit.
So 240 feet then.
Yes, you just see a blur passing by.
Holy ah.
Yeah.
Boom. I just imagine tiny sparks of electricity or some shit flowing on as well due to friction.
Also, you feel
maybe
this
wisps
strange
of
arcane
embers.
energy, the same one that seemed to dash you forward in time, apparently. As you get 240 fucking feet from where you stood. Ending your turn.
And I'm out of town, I think, right?
Yeah, you are heavily out of town. The town are going to start attacking the forest that's attacking them. Well, some of them are. Some of them are just like backing up like, what the fuck? Alright, that's one natural 20. The town is starting to fight back a bit, trying to machete their way or hatchet their way out of the forest a bit. As some of them are trying to move, you see the ground opens up and almost creates these stalagmites of teeth and just crushes a few of them, pulling them into the ground. As grass and vegetation starts to grow, pulling them down in, you can see their bodies are being drained of their life energy as they're starting to go more gaunt and hollow. As some of them start to turn skeleton, as you hear, no, no, as they're being pulled into the ground. The screams and cries of agony of town members being dragged directly into the ground or being hung by the tree as they are being drained of life force. This is happening. A small majority of the town is being killed, while a few of them are being left. Some of them are like able to move through them. They're just fucking running away, as the others are just being fucking killed immediately. At this point, Shadowy, you are not hostile to Ura, so you are seeing the vegetation grow around you but not touching you. Is there anything you would like to do?
I can see the catastrophe around me, but as I'm looking around, do I see my master Ura in his state?
You do see him on the ground, and you do see what seems to be a tree starting to grow next to him.
So he's safe.
Yes, Ura, actually, because the second your initiative 0, Ura, roll me a death save.
Okay. 11.
11. You succeed.
Woo!
You don't see Ura bleeding heavily at the moment. You get the feeling he has a bit of time before he would die.
And
you
with the
also
tree
see
growing next to
multiple
him.
flowers starting to grow around him.
Well, thank you, Dryad, for your assistance. However, I think it's time I need to leave. Alright, so looking about, do I see where my party went, or they just sort of dashed? I can't see them at the moment.
Dash the fuck off. You can see Gesh in the distance, and you can see even further as the fucking drow, as they seem to be leaving the area. I will say this: the way you guys are heading is south towards the forest.
South towards the forest, not towards the other towns.
No, they couldn't head east without. Actually, they could have headed east, but they would still be in town. They could have headed They couldn't have headed north without taking attacks of opportunity. So the only way for them to move without taking attacks or being in town is south. Just so you guys are aware, you are heading towards the forest that this dryad presides over.
All right, so seeing where my party's going, I decide I will follow suit.
Okay. So as you begin to
Yes.
make your way after them.
Do I see any townspeople as I go by?
You see one of them who's holding their hand out as they're starting to be dragged into this quicksand, like bit of dirt that's swirling around them. He's like, help, 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 help! As you see his this small swarm of insects starts to immediately eat the flesh off his body. As you go to reach down, he just turns to a skeleton and falls into the pit.
Didn't have to end this way.
Oh, you knew it was gonna end this way no matter what.
Well, I guess if I were around, it would have. However, I guess it is time I leave.
Alright, you begin to head out of town. As you three begin to head out of town towards the forest. Ura.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm here.
So, Ura. You sense this. Whose fucking dog is barking?
Sorry.
You sense this floral, beautiful scent as you feel yourself come to wake to the sound of screams and guttural cries for help of the townsfolk. As you can't see much, you just see this fog rolling around you as you sit in a flowered field. And you see the dryad appear out of a tree and just lean down towards you. They will not hurt you, Ura. You are one of the contract holders. You are my highest obligation.
It happened again. I burned the house.
She grabs your head. Shh. Don't worry. They will not hurt you. And you can see her eyes suddenly go kind of psychotic.
Yandere Dryad.
Those that did hurt you will pay in blood. Don't you worry. They've run into my domain. And I see all in my domain. As she grabs you, she pulls you into the tree. As she begins to heal you. Hello? Justin, can you hear me? Fucking Discord, bro. Discord crashed. Fucking hell. Gotta reopen it now. Hey, recording. How you doing? This is not going the way I thought.
Who's to just
Sorry,
leave
my
because
Discord,
of
my Discord crashed. She seems to slowly start to pull you into the tree as you enter into her realm.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said
No.
about the bandages? Okay. I said I'm gonna start like with my fingers like tracing the false bandages on my arms.
Okay. So as you're pulled into the tree, we turn towards the other three who are rushing through the forest. Ruby, the forest is making your path indomitably hard. I need you to make me an athletics check.
Remember, I have +5.
The DC is pretty fucking high.
Okay, 23.
Yet you still somehow fucking meet the DC. So, as you're rushing through the
I do
forest,
that in every game.
vines are reaching down and trying to strangle you. Just pull them off. Other vines are reaching down and thorns are poking into your thighs, into your chest. Trees are reaching down and scratching the fucking shit out of you. Spires of earth spire up and try to impale you. You get struck by a few of them. You are taking damage, heavy of it. You're taking, I'll say over the course of an hour of running through this forest, you take 10 points of just straight damage. As you're moving through, you're pushing, breaking vines down with whatever weaponry you have. The weapons you have, as they touch bits of the forest, start to immediately corrode into nothing. As, which direction are you trying to head? Because further south is just more forest.
Great. So I probably try my best to jump out of the forest.
I can't hear you, by the way. You feel like you're underwater to me.
Okay.
There you go, you're better.
Okay, so I would actually try and get out of the forest as fast as possible.
Okay. Make me a survival check.
Alright. I hate my fucking controller. Survival. I have just Just fucking work for once. Okay, I have proficiency in that, so it's a +4 for 17.
17. It's gonna take you another hour or so to get out of here, probably. The forest
And I
is
only have
seemingly
4
twisting and
health left.
turning to stop you from getting out. I will say this, you do have that potion on you.
Yeah, gonna take 1 dose from it.
You regenerate. What's your constitution bonus?
My con bonus is +3. If you mean my save, it's +5.
You regain 5 HP. As you drink it,
Alright.
you look down and there's one little swig of it left. As you look around and you start to peel your way through a few vines, you come into contact with this large tree in the middle of the forest. You come in contact with this large tower in the middle of the forest. A stone tower with a large door that seems to be a siege door. A few walls spread across and a few destroyed houses. This definitely was once an operations base for either the Empire or something. And as you start to walk into it, you get into the clearing and the vines stop stretching. They start to try to stretch a little bit further, but they're moving very slow towards the tower itself. At this point, we move towards Gesh. Gesh, as you push through the forest, I need you to make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
I'll choose acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah, charisma is my bane because it's my lowest.
So, as you begin to push through the forest, you're feeling heavy tears and rips through your skin. How much HP are you at right now?
2.
As you're starting to move, you're getting scratched up heavily as you're trying to dodge out of the way. Acrobatics lets you take less damage, so you would have taken 5 in total. As you push through the forest, you get about halfway to what you're lost in the forest, and then suddenly a vine wraps around your neck and starts to pull you up. Actually, no, because you weren't hostile towards him, were you?
Yeah. No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I was close.
So the DC wouldn't be as high. So I messed up on the DC. The DC would have been 13 for you specifically. So you do manage to succeed. You only take 1 point of piercing damage, as the forest seems to be trying to stop something, and you are managing to get into the way of that on accident. As you find yourself eventually, what are you doing? Because you're in the middle of the forest, and this forest is becoming more deadly to try and kill something.
Yeah, I'm trying to go another way.
All right, make me a survival check.
Finally a good roll.
What'd you roll?
22.
22. You don't feel lost, but as you start to move through the forest, you see a clearing and a stone tower in the distance, as well as what seems to be an exit to the forest. Further, I'll say this, as you get into the stone tower clearing, you look and you can see, you get the feeling heading eastward would probably be the best direction for you, because northward would be through a lot more forest. But you do know the forest ends to the east, and you are pretty thoroughly through the forest as you get to this clearing. You know which way to go if you wanted to get out of the forest. At this point, as you get into the clearing, you do see, stepping into the probably waist-high grass, 3-foot-tall grass, holding onto their body multiple wounds. You see Ruby's character, who seems to be looking at this tower and starting to approach it to see if they could get into it, find any solace. As you see, the forest is slowly encroaching upon this clearing, but it's having trouble getting into it. We'll get back to you. Shadowy, as you move through the forest, you have no trouble. Make me a survival check.
Alright. There we go. That's just a flat number. Alright. So that's a 13.
13. They weren't trying to be stealthy in this forest, so you can follow your friend's tracks if you want to.
That's most convenient.
You're walking through, you feel a few of the flowers start to poof out pollen.
That would be much more bothersome if I was, well, normal.
As you continue to move through, you eventually follow them, and you realize where you're heading. You're heading towards the tower you just cleared out.
Ah. Perhaps the Dryad is leading us there. Alright. Best to get things set up for our new base.
So, as you begin to enter the clearing, you see the two of them, Gesh and Ruby, at the main siege door of the tower as the force is starting to encroach upon the outskirts of this, what's it called? Clearing. It seems like it's starting to build up, and you can see the walls that were at the edge of the clearing starting to crumble as the large vines and roots of the trees start to crawl at a pace of like 5 feet a minute. Before they stop for another 3.
Strix, Arya, this is why me and Gesh were a bit beat up this morning.
As...
Gesh? You mean Ura?
And Ura. Me and Ura were beat up this morning.
Huh. Okay.
Shadowy, you look up to the top of the tower once again, and you swear you see that same figure that was up there and disappeared earlier today. He disappears again.
Perhaps we should be somewhat careful going in. There might be something remaining here.
Can't be worse than Ura.
I wouldn't say that quite yet. Though I do think it's best we head in and try to find at least a way to get some rest.
At this point,
after
it's
that
about
ordeal.
11 in the morning for you guys, just so you're aware.
Yep. Just doing my best to catch my breath after all of that as I slowly push the door open.
Okay. As you try to push this heavy door open, you do manage to get it open. And as you move inwards, you see this small passageway of stone and wood that seems to arch upwards around 20 feet, and you can see a few dead bodies in the middle of it. Old, decayed bodies. As you push in further, you start to see this large circular room with a staircase going down and a staircase going up into the tower. Stone walls, wooden floor except for the foot outwards, the foot outside, well, a foot at the edge of the circle is stone. You see a table, a chair, a few more dead bodies, a few weapon racks of long, rusted, decayed weapons.
I am going to make my way towards where I assume the bed chambers are.
You don't know where the fucking bed chambers are in this tower.
I said assume, doesn't mean I have to know, just that...
Well, where are you going then? There's a staircase up and a staircase down.
Down.
Okay. You begin to head down. Shadowy, Arya begins to head down.
I decide to head with her, I guess, just in case something strange happens.
Okay.
I will follow as well.
Alright. So as you guys begin to head down, about 120 feet down this staircase, you come to... Actually, everyone make me just a general either Arcana or Perception check.
I will go with perception.
Arcana is... actually, it's these...
Again with the mediocre rolls for me.
Damn. So, just a +2, so gonna make an Arcana for... Fuck, that's a 9.
I got a 20 on my Arcana roll. 30-20.
Goblin. You notice something strange down around 50 feet. As you start to walk past, there's this glowing sigil you didn't notice before when you went down here. It seems to only faintly glow before disappearing.
Arya, Strix, I'd advise that we are careful on our way down. There may yet be some... there might yet be some hostile magic in this tower. Maybe a trap or two.
Okay.
So, as you guys finish coming down, you see the staircase opens up to this large, like, I forget how big I said it was. I think it was like 800 foot by 800 foot room, maybe half a mile. This large encompassed octagonal space, or was it square? No, it was a cube space. Sorry. You would see multitude rows of seats surrounding a center fighting ring of sand, about 120 feet. No, it was more about 80 feet by 80 feet. In the middle of this sand pit is a large tree. On the outskirts of it is this large, maybe 7-foot tall fence, and one single gate that's about 7 feet tall that leads into it as well. And you can see this shimmering in the air above it. You see multitudes of places of different platforms and whatnot, bars that seem to have existed at one point with cages surrounding them. You also see multiple doorways leading off from this area. 2 large hallways, I should say, sorry. You also see a bit of charred armor in the middle of the fighting pit. The room is not dimly lit. It's lit, but it doesn't seem to be from any source you can tell.
Does the armor seem still wearable? Like, is it still able to take a hit?
You can walk up to it and try to see, but it's behind that gate.
Yeah, I'll go through.
Alright, so
No, I scream no. Don't.
I was
I
actually in
ignore
this
it.
gate with Ura mere hours ago. When we were fighting that undead knight I told you about, we both had to go into the pit to fight them, and it seemed to shield it from any outside, I guess, missiles or magic.
Interference.
Yes. Invisible forces could make their way through with difficulty.
I just head through to check out the armor.
you push through the gate, and as you do, you look down towards the armor. Roll me an investigation check.
Alright, I actually keep fucking forgetting. That's still a +2. Back, that's a 19.
So, you see this heavily charred piece of plate mail on the ground, and though it's not magical, looking at it, it seems to be gold and platinum white in color. And as you're looking at it, you could... What did you roll, sorry?
19.
19. You get the feeling you probably salvage enough to make a... with a blacksmith's help, to make a set of half plates.
Hmm.
I will say, as you look at this, actually, funny enough, you would recognize the armor. It's armor of the Empire, specifically. Let me go ahead and pull up the creature statistics so I can give you the lore. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, here you go. I'll send you all this lore.
Yep.
Wrong person. It is Drunk Grim Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's also the armor here. Yeah, there it is. I think that describes the armor for you. I don't know. Their normal armor, by the way, was usually bright platinum color with golden lining to it, if it doesn't say so there.
Hmm.
Just a little bit of lore for you, because your
does.
character would know it.
I would gather the armor up.
I will say,
Is
roll me a
there-
history check specifically about this armor. And this tower, technically, so this is going to be an advantage.
History advantage. Alright, I only have +2. Good thing it was advantage, otherwise that would have been a 4, and that's a 19.
You immediately recognize this tower, and you start to remember there was a knight that did live in this area specifically. One of the, not the first knights, but one of the more recent knights of the Empire around the last years or so, who took in individuals whose homes and areas were destroyed by whatever menace was destroying the Empire. It's... Let me see how difficult this would be. You do remember the name. The name was Knights... Oh, sorry. They were of knight status, of course. They were named Lady... Give me a second to come up with the name here. Lady Shiela. You do know that she did have a few knights that did work for her, and looking at this armor, it is not Lady Shiela's. This is probably one of her knights. You do remember that the tower was originally a mage's tower for a powerful mage who did allow them to make it into a forward operation space that they used for aiding people who had lost their homes and whatnot during the fall of the Shell Empire.
Hmm.
The mage, you can't remember his name.
Yeah.
It was a stranger.
I would give a small prayer to them, and give me a second.
1.
Alright, back. I would give a small prayer, and I would give a small prayer.
You said that 5 times.
I keep getting distracted by my sister's fucking dog.
Your character has a heart attack and dies.
Anyways, my character would give a small prayer for the knight
Okay.
before gathering the armor into a small pile for a makeshift funeral.
Oh, so you're not going to take it to make it into plate mail? Or half plate, sorry?
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a religion check.
Alright. Okay, religion is still just a +2. God. That's another 15.
I will say this, you do find a holy symbol on the corpse as well. Because there is a skeletal corpse in the armor. There's charred bones, but still. You don't find a skull bone.
No skull. Oh, Dullahan, probably, maybe.
No, there's a helmet. No skull.
Yeah, there's a helmet but no head. Anyways, I'd apologize before taking the holy symbol.
Alright, it's at this point that you start to hear rain starting to pick up. Thunder, lightning. That storm from before has finally hit the island. Meanwhile, Gesh, Shadowy, what are you two doing? As this whole situation's going on.
Well, Darstrix, I believe we should get some rest. As with the
Out of character,
incident.
It's been about 4 hours since Shadowy awoke. It's been about 4 hours since all of you awoke, technically. You cannot get a long rest yet.
As in, we have to wait a bit longer before we can start taking our long rest.
You have to wait at least 2 to 4 more hours, yes.
Alright. So, Darstrix, is there anything you think we should, I guess, do before... As I think it's a bit early to rest. But... I guess we could secure the tower. Aside from that, after that we can wait for the Dryad to return their pyromantic paramour. And then I guess we decide what to do after that.
At this point, I'm not even sure anymore if I should be part of this party. All I want to do is learn about these fucking scrolls that I found, and just to do something not completely crazy, but Aura is a fucking retard maniac who just says, nope, I'm gonna do stupid shit.
Well, Darstrix, I was just teleported here, not of my own free will, so I guess I can. I guess while I could sympathize with wanting to do something else, I mean, I think most of us are in a similar situation. We're kind of stuck here, just trying to survive before we can actually do something. I guess it would be ill-advised to go outside at this hour. So, would you mind assisting me in making sure there's no surprises in this tower?
Yeah, of course it would help.
Roll me an investigation check.
Alright, so let's just do that. Well, actually, do you want to help me, Darstrix?
Yeah, I will help.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, it's a nat 20 for 26.
26. Natural 20. Investigating the area, you do find a few places of heavy magic, i.e. the tree in the sand pit. You eventually go up, you do see a few rooms in the tower that could be renovated. As you get up to the top of the tower, you do see a single strange gem in a machine of blue crystal that seems to almost shine bismuth at certain times, and you swear it gives off a pulse, and the closer you get, it feels like you move slower. That gives off heavy energy as well. You do find a spell tome, which I will give you the spells next session, Shadowy. You will need to spend time learning them still. Your spell book. But you do find this tome, and it's written in Necron. And as you look, it has the same signatures as the mage who wrote the Book of Dread.
I smirked to myself. Alright, that is definitely going to be for later.
You do find a few spell scrolls too, which I'll send later too.
Oh boy.
Roll me a d10.
Alright. That's an 8.
8. Alright. You find about 8 scrolls.
Alright.
Anyways, you do find a few more places. One of the small items you find is a manuscript for training not martial arts, but martial prowess, like sword fighting and shit. And it seems to be a small set of items that can be carried around. You do find quite a few items. You find a small armory as well that was hidden, full of half plates, leathers. You find bows and arrows. You find a few weapons. You do find a small bedroom that was hidden as well. Halfway up the stairs, that glyph is actually a teleportation, well, more of a hidden room, which seems to be an arcane bedroom and laboratory for whatever mage lived here.
So yeah, the glyph was the secret little passage.
Yes. And you do find bedrooms a bit up the tower.
Alright.
There doesn't seem to be... There are dangers present in the house, like traps, but you're able to dismantle them or disarm them at the moment while you are investigating.
Alright.
I will say most of the armory has been looted. There seems to be room for a lot more items in here. You do find... Oh, just fucking put it in fucking speak. 3 sets of half plate. 2 sets of leather. That's the armors you find. 2 long swords. 15 daggers. 2 longbows. No crossbows or anything like that. 120 arrows. You find 1 battle axe, 1 great sword, in the armory is where you do find the manuscripts, by the way. Let me just go ahead and do this. I'll just separate them into groups. Armory. Armory, that's what you find. Besides the manuscripts as well. There we go. And then we have lab / bedroom. Sorry, I fucking didn't actually add the shit there for some reason. You find 1 arcane focus, it's staff. The bedroom is also where you find the tome.
Great.
That's really all you find there. And then we have strange crystal room. You do find 8 spell scrolls. And then we have tree / combat room. 10 barrels of wine. They're still good. You find 10 loaves of bread.
Stale.
They're fine. And then you do find 10 baskets of berries / fruits. They can last you a single person, 1 person, or 10 days, or split. And those are fine too. That is everything you find here. Now, Ruby, as they are investigating, how are you performing this funeral?
I am.
Actually, let's take a small break here and then come back, and then we'll get to the rest. So you guys can think, eat, do what you need to do. We're going to take about a 10-minute break, and we'll be back. I'm going to stop the recording here.